Try to be him.
We running our intro.
That's legendary.
Yeah.
And,
Y'all actually won an award, the Boss Mag 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Y'all won for that media outlet thing.
man, I don't even know. Yeah.
Like y'all won. He didn't even know he won it.
What'd you say? Who was it?
You won the Boss Magazine 2009 Ohio Hip Hop Award. Congratulations.
That's legendary.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Peanut, aka Dash Resource. My man Stacking Smith.
What's good, bro? This your boy Smedro Commando, bro. Smith, Malaki Howard in the building. T-shirt Kings 247.com and go for your mouth, you guys. Man, we got a special guest, but before we get to my brother like none
Gotta
other,
pay some bills, baby.
man, I want to acknowledge my bros from Sheik's.
I went there today.
Sheik's got the best breakfast in the city.
It's amazing.
I mean, bro, they serve you up real nice. Got some good old French toast, turkey bacon, and all type of scrambled eggs and good stuff for your breakfast. Definitely the best breakfast in the city. Go see my bro Ron C and my bro Shorty or Prince Boss King Prince, and then my bro Agnes All Natural Grill on the corner of 3rd and Wayne. Get you together with them good old jerk chicken bowls and cocoa bread. And brown sugar lemonade, which is another thing that I really, really love. And last but not least, if you ever get injured in any reason, especially in a car accident or any type of accident, you want to contact Attorney Michael Wright at 937-222-7477 and get with him. And last but
the
really
right
not
choice.
least, man, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell notification so you can get notified anytime we drop a new video. And my bro, the great Peanut Johnson. Back to you, King. Yeah.
Man, we here with another. Look. I've said this probably 100 times about a legend not being hired, but who can really accept this type of acclamation on their actual birthday, man? We have the Black Hugh Hefner, okay? Dollar Bill, what's shaking, Brody?
What's cracking?
Bro.
What's cracking?
Happy birthday. I mean, you know what I mean? It's in a couple hours or whatever, man. Bro, but like, happy birthday, man.
Appreciate it.
So here at Legendary People Podcast, we had a thing where we want to find out where our legends come from. So without further ado, we talk about origins. Where'd you grow up at?
Carson, California,
Carson, California.
right next to Long Beach.
Okay. So wait. Before we go any further, because I know a lot. I know a lot. What was life like you growing up there?
She privileged. My pops, I think he was a captain in the Air Force.
Absolutely.
So he was working out there, and we had I was like the baby boy of 12. You know what I'm saying? So we was out there. I was out there like in the elementary. You feel me? Yo-Yo was in my 3rd grade class.
Yo-Yo.
Yo-Yo.
For real?
Yolanda Green.
That's crazy.
Let's go.
So, but yeah. So
Where is Carson at?
Carson is
South, north, west, east.
I mean, of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
it's
Is it
next to
close?
Long Beach. It's the Long Beach is the port of LA.
Okay.
So right, like if you at the top of the hill, Carson, you can actually see the port.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's right next to Gardena, Compton.
Yeah.
Right up the street, Dominguez Hills.
So essentially, L.A. You from L.A.?
It's a suburb of LA. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have a little money to live in Carson.
Talk that.
Ain't no.
So like growing up, it was your mom and your dad there? What was that like growing up, having your mom and your dad there on the early side of things compared to where you are now? Not saying like then, because of course you don't know, you're in a pressure cooker. What is it like looking back at it now, today?
It was cool. I mean, that's when the birth of hip hop was going on. Like, I remember the first video. Like, it was Atomic Dog on BET.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the first video. So, it was a generational gap between me and my brothers. They was like 10 years, 15 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
So they was listening to.
So you had brothers that were older than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a baby. So, I was listening. I had the boombox. The whole hip hop dressing. All that. And they was listening to P-Funk. They didn't like what I was listening to.
Right.
So that was the
The Gap.
Yeah,
right.
you know, they wasn't fucking with nothing. No fat boys, none of that.
So, like, what elementary school did you go to? I mean, I ain't trying to spend too much time on that because you end up venturing here.
Broadacres.
Broadacres. What was that like growing up there and going to Broadacres?
Everybody was black. We had one white. We had one white person, and his name was Billy. That's funny. His name was Billy. And
Shout out to Billy.
Shout out to Billy.
Oh my
Billy,
God.
the only white nigga at the black school. Shout out to Billy.
So yeah.
He definitely get the title, bro. He get invited to the cookout for sure. Go ahead.
So yeah, he came. I mean, he was the only one. And I mean, it was cool. You know, it was we was kids. You know, we did a lot of shit. You know, play with matches. You know what I'm saying? You know, ran around, play water guns.
So, bro, we talking L.A.
Yeah.
All right, and
This was in the 80s.
This in the 80s. Is it gang banging going on at this time?
Definitely. My brother was a Crip.
Okay.
Oh, like a big bro.
Yeah. He was older than me. He was probably about 6-7 years older than me. Probably.
What was that like for you being a young boy? Like, was it like you aspired to be like your brother?
Yeah, if I would stayed out there, I would have been cripping. I mean, it's not about like, you know, you grow up in it. You know what I'm saying? It was nothing but Crips in our neighborhood. So everybody, their brothers was Crips. Everybody in the school was Crips. You know what I'm saying? All the Bloods lived, all the Pyru and the Bloods lived on the other side of Carson, big ass street that split by the what's called the Carson Mall. That's where all the Bloods.
Carson Mall. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's where the boys. Remember the boys, and all them. The group, the boys.
Yeah.
They from Carson. They was performing down there first and all that. Award Boogaloo Shrimp from Breaking. I remember when he first hit his start. We was in elementary when he first hit his start.
What was one of the craziest things you saw growing up?
Shit.
It got to be one. Like that one you look to the left. That one. That story right there. That one. The one you keep trying to walk around. That one. No names. No names.
The girls.
Okay.
Like I was, you know, we got exposed to the sex early out in Cali.
Give me an example of what that means.
I was playing T-ball. You know what I'm saying? You know, young.
That sounds as innocent as right. I was playing T-ball.
I was playing T-ball, coming home, and you know, I pulled up, and motherfucker pulled their shirt up. I, you know, had titties. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I was, you know,
where did titties come from? Is what you're trying to think. Like.
Right. I mean, you know, I wasn't. That wasn't on our radar.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We was kids, so I was like 7 to 8. You know what I'm saying? So it was like you looking like, you know, kind of. Whoa. But then you start popping up on your radar. TV, conversations. And you start putting two and two together.
So basically, all the videos that you watching, you ain't even looking at titties. You were there for the music, not even thinking about.
It wasn't even back then. It wasn't even no sexual element in hip hop back then. It was all about dressing up. I mean, I just got exposed to the female. I didn't really go into it until we moved to St. Louis, like out there at Scott Air Force.
We ain't gonna fast forward there yet, King.
Yeah.
He's trying to go fast. Man, you been telling about me.
I mean, after I seen that, I was still a kid. It was just on my radar, so I was just gathering data on what's going on. Because by the time I hit 13, it was on.
Right,
bro. What? So we in elementary school.
Yeah.
Right. We in Carson. We in L.A. You in elementary school. About how old are you at this point, though? Like, what grades are we talking about? Because we could, you know, second grade to sixth grade.
Shit. 3rd grade, 4th grade.
Right, about 3rd or 4th grade.
Okay, I left. I went to the 5th grade when I came on this side of town.
Yeah.
Okay. So are we still there?
Yeah.
All right. So like during this time, are you engaged in any activities that you think, in hindsight, of course, were some early influences that led to who you are today?
No.
No,
for real. Actually, no.
You was a regular kid.
I was a regular kid. I didn't have nothing to do with nothing. I was out there. I mean, if anything, I would have been a gang member. I was influenced by that more than anything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as the sex, that didn't come till shit.
We gonna get there.
Yeah.
So like, what kind of music are you listening to during this time?
Hip hop. Michael Jackson, Prince.
Yeah.
Hip hop more though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was good until he started wearing that yellow shirt with the pin on it. And then we start kind of...
Don't be slandering King like that.
I'm just saying.
Wait. On your birthday, you can. You can slander... you can slander everybody. You can slander Smad today.
It's being a kid. It's being a kid because they was marketing Michael Jackson. Like, you know, back then you had the posters.
Yeah.
The girls had the poster of him looking feminine with the pen.
Right.
We had the Billie Jean jacket and the Thriller and all that. That's what we had.
With 100 buttons on it.
Yeah. I had one of those too.
The beaded jackets and Billie Jean
What?
jackets.
Yeah.
Man,
What?
the hardest nigga in the world, according to me,
Tell it.
would still wear Michael Jackson type Billie Jean.
I'll wear it
and beaded
today. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah, I had one. I had a real one.
What we got? Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got by for the Carson Ball.
Very inspiring.
Right.
Kid jacket, $270 leather. It was real. It was a real Michael Jackson because there was a lot of fake ones.
Yeah.
Right.
But Bill, so your brother is a Crip though, bro.
Yeah.
He cripping, and I mean, is this shit getting
Well,
to the point where we shoot niggas at this point or
Yeah.
no? Yeah.
Yeah, robbing niggas. He went to he was on. I was out there and he was already doing the stretch.
What was one of the wildest stories that he told you personally as like Big Bro talking to you about it?
What's not something he did?
He kept that shit quiet.
No, it was the stories in the neighborhood and
Give me
Yeah,
one.
give us a good old gangbang story from the neighborhood, some real shit,
Oh God.
some shit you remember.
well, they called him Crazy Mike. I was Little Mike, but Mike was Mike, and we wasn't fucked up on the money. We just was cripping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody had money. Everybody had parents that had shit. So he went to Banny High School. I guess he was, what's one story? Oh, he was talking to his bitch, riding. His bitch said something. I don't know. It was crazy. He was just riding. And he was like, bitch, what? Bitch, out. And flipped the car. Like,
Literally.
Flipped the car. They was both in the hospital. You know what I'm saying? But, they lived, but, that's how crazy he was. He was on that. You know what I'm saying? But at the same, if I stayed out there, I probably would have been on that too.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Only because that was my brother. And that was California. Everybody, when I left, like, shit, there's nobody in my neighborhood that lives, that's living.
Right. Damn.
Nobody.
Yeah.
None of my friends from that era's gone.
Everybody in your
Everybody.
neighborhood is dead.
Everybody that I grew up with when I was in elementary school, my friends, are no longer with us.
Damn, that's our YouTube caption right
That-
there.
For real shit. It started happening when we moved. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So let's get into the move because you know what I'm saying. Like your life there, even though that is a big, like I'm pretty sure there's so many stories in that, but we want to move forward because your story is way more legendary than the negative things that happen in your
Right.
life.
Yeah.
So like, what happened after that was Pops got shipped to a different place because he's a military.
yeah.
So
yeah.
you moved with the military because you military baby. So like, y'all move where next?
Scott Air Force Base.
Scott Air Force Base. And is that station where?
That's in 30 minutes away from Ferguson.
Okay. So what's life like going from where you already are in great shape, you have family, friends, everything going on there. What's it like moving from there going to the next spot? Now you got to reinsert yourself into the community there.
It's like moving to a different planet. Like, because, white people, like, you see white people, whatever, but you don't.
So you went from a predominantly black
Yeah.
to a white. So
Yeah.
is there a shock value?
Hell yeah.
Okay, so like walk us through that.
First comes with it's what you wearing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still coming from Cali hip hop. I had Jordans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I didn't wear Jordans in Illinois at that time. You know what I'm saying? Then it was like maybe 13 black students in this whole school.
Right.
And I'm in the 5th grade. I walk into it. Plus, it was just different. Everything looked different from the landscape, from the clothes, from the people. Everything. I had to adjust.
Start
that.
all over again.
Mentally, everything. Like, you know what I'm saying? I walk into the lunchroom, it's nothing but white people. Where do you sit? Look around. It's me and my sisters. I'm like, let's go sit over there where it's not too much. You know what I'm saying? But then, you start getting cool with people. You start touching to the people. And then,
Who's one of the people, like, because we love to hear this part of the story is, who are some of your early friends? Like, let's give some Cali friends and let's get to the friends when you go to the next community because it's super dope to hear that because you never know.
You know what? I don't know. I had a friend named Dan. He was light-skinned. He was cool. He liked listening to
Shout out to light skins, my nigga. We
Right.
are here.
This is this Cali? Right here?
No, this is St. Louis.
Give us before we move to St. Louis, just a little bit of a rewind. Cali, give me a couple of your Cali bros that you went to. Did you remember any of them that you was in elementary with?
Kwame, Kimani, they was twins. Kareem. Who else was? I was a couple girls.
Shout
Ruby,
out to the twins.
Shout out to the twins.
What's their names, bro?
Ruby, Kwame, and Kimani. They
Kwame
was
and
some
Kimani.
African names.
Yeah.
Their mom was on that.
Yeah. Sure.
Oh yeah, definitely no.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's,
Yeah,
you know,
that's
that
good
stuff.
enough. That's good enough.
Brian,
Yeah,
my
they-
nigga Brian, you know, when I first bought the ColecoVision, I took it down there to him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And had the Atari 5200, you know what I'm saying? Everybody
So
used to
if
come
we
out.
got your
Yeah,
name,
sir.
it's nothing personal. It's his birthday. Give him some leeway.
Right. Nah, we just shout out them names.
Yeah.
Real good stuff. But
So-
all right, so now
yeah.
we 30 minutes from Ferguson, and you coming into the new school.
Yeah, it was, you
So,
know, I had to adjust to the people, you know what I'm saying? But I got cool with them, you know, that's right when the Challenger blew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that was around that time. You know what I'm saying? And it was I mean, you know, the base was cool. It was a lot to do. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot to do. It was
What kind of activities were you into?
everything.
Give me an example of one thing that you was into that you think would be prominent.
Sports.
Not really. I was more of a BMX bike rider.
Okay, what?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, building
Nigga,
ramps.
you was doing a little
yeah.
hip and look like you had it.
Yeah, I mean, to this day, I still ride bikes. You might see me out there in the whole biker outfit with the
Get out of here, bro.
Yeah. So yeah,
I can catch you slipping like that one day.
yeah, like Dolla, like you know what I'm saying? Like I ride from here to Fairborn and back. You know what I'm saying? Like
On a
for real.
bike, bro, it's hard, bro.
Yeah. I
That's
do the
hard.
bikes, but yeah, we BMX bike. I had a Haro, I had a Hutch, I had a motherfucking Diamondback. All these are $800 bikes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a kid, so I had them all.
Diamond-
The
Mongoose.
yeah, I had a Mongoose. The Mongoose was a racing bike. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The
But ain't
GT.
Mongoose like ain't Mongoose like a lower tier than what you just named?
What? No.
Because I thought Mongoose was like
No, Mongoose
crazy
is
for me,
no,
like-
Mongoose is a racing bike. They're light. They're
Yeah,
real light
Mongoose
bikes.
big
But you can
boy.
do freestyle.
I had Dino.
Dino's a racing bike too. They're real light. You know
So
what I'm saying? Now the
rate
GT
Mongoose to Dino right now.
Mongoose better.
Mongoose. I mean, Mongoose.
Hey, Peanut,
Mongoose got more.
Wait.
Give me a point.
Wait, no. Smith. No,
had a
Smith.
terrible
What kind of
ass
bike
bike.
did you have, man?
I had a damn Space Invader bike.
Man, get out of here. You ain't get no point for
Guys
that.
from Toys R
no
Us.
point for
But my
that.
favorite bike.
Nah.
Hey, my favorite bike was a GT Pro Performer.
GT Pro Performer.
Because that was the freestyle bike. They had the pegs.
Yeah.
They had the motherfucking wing.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
could do the trick. It was heavier, but it was meant to do the trick.
Wait.
Yo,
Ask
Mike.
man about that little bird ass bike he said he had. He said he had a Batman bike.
Well,
with
first
no
of all,
pegs on it.
first of all, the bike that I had, I got and inherited from my older brother.
That don't make it worse no. What you telling? That don't make it worse no more because he got it inherited.
Hey, but he
Come
rode
from
it
my
though.
brother's bike, bro. That was
He probably got the same enjoyment from riding the bike.
Yes,
Bro.
But what about that motherfucking Sigma? What about that Sigma? I wanted?
Trash.
Yeah, that was trash.
I said I wanted.
Give me a point.
That motherfucker was gray. That motherfucker was gray. It was $99.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Listen,
Give me my
listen,
point.
bro.
Give me my
In
point.
Dayton, a Sigma was the equivalent of a box Chevy. What
No,
the
the
fuck
fuck
is
it
y'all
wasn't.
talking about?
No, the fuck it wasn't.
What?
Nah, them motherfuckers.
You wasn't even born.
BMX
You
was a
was not-
BMW. A BMX was a BMW.
them-
Niggas
them
right
cheap boys.
box
BMX was a
Chevys.
BMW.
Niggas
And what's parked outside for
real
me?
Real niggas.
Roll BMXs and they went to
Had the
BMW.
Sigmas. You talking about
Real?
big disc?
Yes.
Oh my
Pepsi
God.
Blue.
Hey,
Come on, nigga.
what y'all
Black
didn't
man
know, what
winning.
y'all didn't know
Come on.
was
Making my point.
Those
Making my point. I'm gonna
those
go.
bikes
This
did
your-
not. Those bikes did not do anything. Like they was. I mean, they was
I
like.
know. They
didn't have no meaning. They wasn't freestyle bikes or nothing.
He went like he can ride through the fucking he went a bike he can ride through the forest or some
Let me
shit.
no. Let me explain to you guys.
No,
something.
nigga, you gotta explain you
Bro,
lost.
them bikes was $99,
Right.
and they was on sale for $89 if you got a deal.
Right.
But they didn't serve no purpose but to ride.
Smith, give my point.
Exactly.
Smith, give my
Listen
point.
to me. Listen to me.
No, we not. Give me a point.
Y'all don't understand something. Listen, bro.
All right, look.
Niggas buy cheap shit.
So
and
what?
Fix it up because
You
that's
right.
all they
My
can
mom
afford.
didn't.
This nigga bought
My mom.
a $800 bike.
Let's
Nigga,
talk about my
where?
mom.
Where the fuck we gonna get an $800 bike
I
from?
stole it,
Sigma
nigga.
had
The
them
problem
big
is I
ass
had
discs
4
on.
of them though.
They had a
So,
big disc
you know
on them,
what
and
I'm
they was,
saying?
they was like
These-
20. They was like riding some Dubs or some 30s or some
Smith,
60s.
Smith.
I'm
Ryan
done with this
Dubs,
shit.
Get my point,
Y'all
bro.
niggas take y'all's $800 bikes. Get the fuck on back to the goddamn Air Force Base.
Comment below if
Right.
Smith get a point or if I get a point. Comment below in the Legendary People podcast.
Come on,
Comment
Dollar.
section.
Dollar,
Sorry.
this story's about you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
your birthday, man. Ignore
It's your
Peanut,
birthday,
bro.
kid.
It's cool.
Fuck everybody's bike, nigga.
Right.
Your bike, though.
The
Right,
bike was
Dollar.
like a car.
Yes.
Facts.
Yeah.
And you had that. You had that fucking dollar store bike.
You still got
That's
somewhere
right.
though. You still got somewhere. You took it. I bet you they hollered at you to go to the store.
Yes. I had a good bike. My bike got me around
You had a
town. What
good
do you
bike.
mean? Shit.
He the fuck you gotta put gas in his
This is the same shit poor people been going through their whole fucking life.
You the
Getting
first nigga to
embarrassed
run out of
and
gas
shame
in a
on
bike. You need to get your bike towed.
Nigga, I got a Benz right now. What about that Benz I got outside, nigga?
Hey!
What about that?
Talk that, Samantha.
What about that AMG, nigga?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There's a point for Smith, motherfucker.
Smith get a point right there. Smith get his point back.
Here we go.
Hey,
I get a point.
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out to, you know what I'm saying? Like Dollar, you know what I'm saying? Let's say make sure everybody's straight. Oh.
I'm drinking.
So we got to
Take
introduce
that
you
shot.
now then.
No.
So you want it? All right, cool. So back to the dollar story, the illustrious dollar story.
Yes.
Sorry about that. So during this time you riding bikes, so you get ingratiated into that culture of biking as well.
Mm-hmm.
What was that to you to go from being in a different environment to come into a different environment and you find your own subculture in it?
I don't know. I mean, you know, we
Because there's like
You know,
mainly
it-
white
it-
people there, so now you there
I mean,
and you riding a bike.
because we even though we riding a bike, we still finding our identity. You know, that's when Tougher Than Leather came out. You know, what I'm saying everybody,
sir.
the white people and it. So it's like they listening to it too. Like it's
Yeah.
not like they like there's a few, but it was Run DMC.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we still riding bike, but we still listen to Walk This Way came out. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Walk
So it
This
was like.
Way.
You know, it was times where we go to the youth center dance. I had to wait all night. They wait all night, and then at the last 2 songs, they play "Walk This Way," and they might play something else. It was I don't know something, but that was it. That's all we got.
Right.
Yeah.
It was Guns N' Roses. It was Def Leppard. It was all that.
So
But in the 80s,
go ahead.
white music wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad.
Because like
It wasn't-
David
it-
Lee
I
Roth
mean, that's
and
all
shit
we
like
had.
that, Cyndi Lauper.
That's
like,
all we had.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
all we had. So
it was
cool.
around.
It was cool to listen to it.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
for
saying?
sure.
But you still wanted to be like, I want to hear this too.
Yeah.
Like I like this. And we didn't even really
I
hear
didn't
that.
know the music out.
You know what I'm saying? We really didn't even hear that on TV for real. So you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You had to buy the record.
MTV was the prominent source of watching videos
Right.
and shit. So you would have to listen to
Michael
some
Jackson,
white.
all everything that came on.
Yeah,
You
for
couldn't
sure.
hear no, you know.
But the time before Thriller came out,
And plus
all
the
that other
DJs
shit.
probably didn't. At the time, DJs couldn't play because they didn't have it.
Right.
The white DJs, what the hell they gonna buy?
Right.
Like, you know.
So like this during your younger years. So like how old are you during this time?
13.
13, 14. So you ain't hitting the clubs, nothing like that. You more or less, you were going to middle school. Like what middle school did you go to?
Damn, what was that?
One of them motherfucking schools.
Yeah, it was on base. It was
Yeah.
shit. It was
Oh, so you went to school on base. So
Yeah,
you
yeah,
there
yeah.
with other kids.
Yeah, that was on
that
base.
That are on base. So
Everybody
you there with
military.
other kids from multiple different ways. So you actually are there with kids who have different experiences as well.
from everywhere.
How do
Yeah.
you think that benefited you in hindsight today?
Oh shit! It molded me to deal with people. So now I can I can walk in the room and light it up because I had to learn that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was never reserved.
You never thought of that neither. I saw you like
Right.
tap into there. You was like, I never thought that that's where I got it from.
Yeah. I mean, for real, like to even get on common ground with a different race off the bat and be cool with them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And get in the house and eat dinner and all that. You know what I'm saying? You really got to be, because you can't just be one way.
Right.
They're going to push you out.
So how's school going during the time? Are you doing anything like extracurricular, such as sports, such as theater?
No.
Nothing. What are you
None of
doing
that.
after school is done?
Played, kick it, had friends, a lot of friends. We all
So y'all
clicked
kicking
up.
on bass, basically.
Yeah, it was a lot
So
to do.
did you venture off from bass?
Not really.
Okay, so
I mean, I did, but that was with with your peoples. And
nothing significant, right? So like during the time on base, what's that culture like being on base? Knowing like you went to school with people and you come home and you in the same block with people that you went to school with, because that got to be something different than what we do. Because it'll be like I saw Shorty at school, I leave from school, I ain't gonna sit till I go back to school.
We had a movie theater, we had a lake, we had a youth center, we had shopping, a BX with the shopping, and you had grocery stores. They had everything on the base that we needed to do. Mm-hmm. They had a forest, they had a river.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That ran through the base where we go to the BX and buy rafts and buy shit because we watch Goonies. Now we want to fucking be like the Goonies.
Goonies was lit right that time. Yeah,
or we saw Rambo, so we go to the BX and get a fucking bow and arrow and go in the woods and start just
I want to
like
pause the story then for y'all to think about.
Oh,
wait, I want to pause the story for y'all to think about this nigga Dollarville with a bow and arrow. I don't want y'all to
like all
pause
of
the
that.
story.
They didn't learn how to shoot.
I don't want y'all to pause the story.
I mean, because the school I was
wait,
going in.
nigga, you can hit a fucking deer right now with it.
Well, I mean, I took archery class. I mean, that's what the shit that they did. You had to take archery class. So, 9 times 10, you're going to want one for yourself.
So y'all doing those type of activity. So like your friends that you normally go to school with, just doing regular stuff with, you are now kicking it with them, doing stuff that's like super ass dope. Like, what's the next thing that happens in your life?
We move.
How does that feel to be removed from there, and where did y'all move to?
We moved to Fairborn.
Ohio.
Yeah. And that's where I guess everything started getting in motion.
Dolla, did you have so I know your pops is in the military, right?
Yeah.
And you was living in California before St. Louis or before Missouri. But is your family in California, or was your pops just stationed there?
No, we moved. Like, we all got stationed. He got stationed. We moved. It was me, my sisters, and my parents. So we moved off the base into Fairborn, which we had got a house this time. Mm-hmm. So we moved off the base. He didn't want to live on base.
Right.
So we moved off base, and that's when I was like, I think I was in the 7th grade. So that was different too, because still a lot of white people, which is cool. You know what I'm saying?
So you go to what school?
Baker Junior High.
Baker Junior High.
Yeah.
What's it like going from there, having a friend, so y'all running around, y'all playing bows and arrows, y'all doing all type of stuff, like y'all literally living in a mini metropolis.
Same thing, because Wright Pat is the 3rd biggest base of the world, so that was better. That was better. Like that was the better base. So the move there was like moving
going from a little city to a
that
big
was
city.
it.
Step up.
Yeah, that was a step. That was more fun. There was more people. It was more to do. You know what I'm saying? The bowling alleys, the youth centers. They had.
Was it more diverse too, bro?
Yeah, there was a lot more people there too.
Yeah.
Just Chinese, black, just everybody.
Yeah.
Because Fairborn, that's what Fairborn was, a melting pot.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was a lot of people on that base. Like right now, it's different because they didn't knock the neighborhoods down. But at one time, it was area A, B, and C, and they all had neighborhoods, like thriving neighborhoods with you just all the trick or treating and all, just people. You know what I'm saying? Everybody went to Fairborn too, so it was a lot of people. That went to Fairborn, and
Man, when I was young, probably like maybe high school or even a little bit before, we used to hear all of these stories about how cool the base was and how you could go there and buy cheaper shit. You know what I'm saying? Like things just cost a little less on the base, and how cool it was to actually go and visit the base. But it almost seemed like it was a world that we couldn't just rightly access for real.
It was
like because we couldn't. It was right there, but we couldn't really go because we didn't have the pass, or we weren't.
Now
in the
you know
military.
who my first friend was?
Who that?
Darian Carmichael.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to D, man. What's up with you, bro? D down in Texas now.
Yeah. I just left from down there.
He doing pretty good.
So that was
man.
my first friend.
He opening shit up.
And he his pitch was he can beatbox underwater, because we was at the gym. at Jarvis Gym. Jarvis Gym had an inside pool.
Yeah.
And they had an outside pool with a high dive, low dive, and they had the big basketball. They had racket. They had everything. It was a gym.
Yeah.
And it was on the officer side. The base was two things. It was the officers and it was the NCOs. The officers are the people that graduated from college, and they go straight, and then they get the the bars and all that. The NCOs, you come from out of high school, and you can still advance, but it will never be an officer.
Okay.
So it's segregated like that. All the officers stay on one side of the base, and they're nice ass houses.
Yeah.
Right.
Real nice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all the NCOs, which is cool. It's all right. It's way better than but it's not as
polished as
right. You know what I'm saying? You get your own line. You ain't got to be and all that. So that was but we was on the officer side. So the pools was nice. I'm talking about they even had like studios where the dances where we get everybody together and we like we're gonna kill it at the dance. So we get in there and pay the thing, we get to practicing this shit. We go, oh nigga, I'm gonna kill him. Well, watch this. Practicing big ass mirror, you know what I'm saying? Just doing us. It's a lot of time to, just kick it.
Your pops is in the military.
Yeah,
right?
He was
I know we've been talking about that the whole time, but I was just saying that to set this question up. Is your pops tough, man? I mean, because we hear about military families and pops that's in the military.
My pops at this time
discipline.
At this time he was a full bird colonel.
Yeah.
And he was commander FTD.
Big stepper.
That's a Future Technology Division. They do reverse engineering at this place, and he was the commander from 87 to 94, head commander.
Yeah, Pop's a genius.
And then he retired. The
Reverse
FTD
engineer.
place is right there in front. Like if you're going to the base and you see a jet, that's right there. That's a Russian jet. They engineer reverse, so they put it in the front of the building.
Yeah.
So,
to show what they could do.
Yeah, so that was where he was at, and yeah.
So, like, during that time, is there any pressure for you to join the military? So Dad kind of was like more or less, it was his job. He went there.
I'm the baby boy of 12, so
right.
it's like do what you I had sisters that work for Apple, you know what I'm saying, for graphics and stuff like that. Cheryl Robinson, and so
But a part of you still gotta feel like your dad is the lion's share of everybody getting where they're gonna go. You don't feel no pressure to be like, maybe that's a good lane for me. I'm gonna ask you right now.
Well, I mean, cause I was fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Give me an example.
Shit, I wanted to sell dope, and my dad was a colonel. That's how ignorant I was. You know what I'm saying?
So at what age do you think?
16, 17, 18. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, I'm down here on Matheson. And then, OG came up to me like, dude, you hustling backwards, man. I've been to your house. What you doing? Like, nigga, I'm doing this because I got to do this. Like, and that's what he telling me. Like, nigga, you doing this because you just want to do this. He's like, you tripping.
How that feel when somebody tell you that?
Shit, it's awakening. You need that. Like, because you think about it, like, after a while, you really thinking about it. Like,
But how did you get to that point, though?
That's a good point.
Like, how did you get there?
Just money hungry. Going to the next, because I mean, before that, I really didn't have to do that. I was making money with, like, remember them African medallions?
Yes.
I wanted one so bad.
Yeah.
When
We all did.
I wanted one.
We all did. Look at some
so.
I wanted one so
X-Clan.
bad. So when I knew TNT had one, I went down there, got me one.
What year we talking about?
Oh my God, what was it? X-Clan.
Yeah,
Around that,
we
right
about
when
90, 91.
Yeah. So I think I'm in 9th grade at this time.
Yeah.
So I wanted one, and I bought it. And I looked at it. I'm just looking at it like, oh man, I'm about to kill it tomorrow. So I'm I wear it to school. Everybody like, oh my God.
What
'Cause,
school?
Fairborn.
February.
Yeah, Fairborn High School. So hey, looking like, and I'm looking like, damn, I got a lot of. Like it's a gold chain in this motherfucker. So I go home, and my mom's a seamstress. She makes shit. She was like, you can make that. I was like, for real? She was like, yeah. She took me to Joanne Fabrics, and we got all the colors and stuff, and then we started making patterns, And then she got all the tools that I need to make it, like the hole puncher to punch around in the different colors, the lace, the leather around it.
Yeah.
And I made these a whole bunch of them, banging for $10.
Shout out to Mama Love,
Yeah,
man.
killing it.
Man, we
Like, I'm
love
making
Mama
it.
Love. I swear, we
what I'm
love
saying?
Mama Love on this podcast.
So I
bro.
start bootlegging them, and then it went from making them to the white people start. That's when Batman was out. The white boys wanted Batman, and the girls wanted Hello Kitty, and all
So
that.
you the connect, man, out there, like, it is lit for you right now.
Yeah, because it was
How do
like,
you feel? Because, like, for instance, like, I don't like doing transition without at least finding out where you was at in that process, right? So you went from where you started at, way there, Cali, all the way to where we at. What's it feel like now to be firmly where you want to be, roughly, right?
yeah.
So, like, how did it feel during that time?
I was cool. I mean, you know, you
Is it what you wanted at that time?
you talking about
Or did you want more during that time?
you talking about in high school?
Yeah.
Shit, I didn't know what I wanted. I was in high school.
Okay.
Like, I didn't know. I mean, you know, at that time, that's when the recruiters start coming around. I know I didn't want to go into the service. I know I didn't want to go to college. You know what I'm saying? My sisters wanted to go. One went to Wright State, one went to Central. You know.
Shout out to them. Shout out to them.
I was more just wanted to be in business for real, like do something somewhat. But I didn't realize like my mistake was I should have started doing school as far as business wise and still doing business, not just cutting that out and trying to figure it out. Because I figured out the hard way.
Right.
Would you consider that your legendary mistake?
Yeah, dropping out of school.
So you actually dropped out?
Yeah, I dropped out. I dropped out that motherfucker and went 2 years. That's when I started selling dope on the street.
Yeah.
And then that's when I got the, when the dude was like, whatever. And then I went back to school. But I didn't just go back to school. I didn't go to night school. I went back to school. I went to Colonel White. And that's why a lot of motherfuckers know me.
Yeah.
And they let me back in because I look young. But at the same time, when they let me back in, you know what I'm saying, I already had an apartment. I already paying bills. You know what I'm saying? They let me sell candy because I had candy in the school to support my bills so I could finish school.
I think we skipped a little step though. So you went to school, you had the medallions, you started making little shit for everybody in school.
Yeah.
So you was at least hustling a little bit in school. You kind of getting a taste
Well,
of kind of like
that's when it got weird.
Yeah.
Because that's when, you start making money on that and then that fade out. And then,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, now I got the bug.
Yeah, you looking for the next lick.
Right, so
them
the white
getting used
boys
to them
start fucking with the
bankroll and
acid.
shit.
The Grateful Dead concert used to come around, and we used to get a motherfucker like $70
Yeah.
to go get a sheet of acid. It's like 270 hits on the motherfucker, and you sell them for $6 a hit. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
That's the bridge that I was looking
Yeah.
for.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
kind of like
And-
how you got connected
Yeah,
with just
yeah.
hustling a little bit.
Yeah, so, and I ain't know nothing about no dope or no shit like that. That was what the white boys was doing. They was fucking with the acid, so we had to put the little hits in tinfoil, put them in the freezer, come to school, bang them
Man,
out.
acid is one of those drugs, man, that I think people kind of like hear about the trip that you have on acid, but it sounds a little too dangerous for
But you know
most
what?
niggas
I
to
think-
try.
yeah. And
So
that's-
you
and that's
kind of
what
like
was-
stuck in a.
That's what with me. Like I didn't like
Has anybody in the panel
like
ever
like
tried
I
acid?
didn't fuck with that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when they was taking that shit, my dude was like, you get high for 6 hours. Like I ain't want to be high for 6 hours.
Right.
Shit sounds scary, like 6 hours. Like I'm thinking I gotta go home. You know, it just didn't sound appealing.
Right.
But if they wanted to do it, this is what it is.
It's kind of like the stuff that they say happens to you on acid do seem like
Well,
it could be like.
See, here's the
fun,
thing, though. Here's
I
the
ain't gonna
thing.
lie.
I didn't think it was a bad thing
Yeah.
pushing the acid because they was already doing mushrooms in school. They was already tipping
Right.
cows not tipping cows, but lifting cow shit, looking for mushrooms and shit like that all the way out there in the field type shit. So, just to have that was like, they couldn't wait for the Grateful Dead concert to come around.
So you finally got it. You end up getting some acid, and then so all right. So then this is kind of like how you end up getting to hustling.
Mm-hmm.
And you drop out of school. What year? What grade?
That was my last year.
Junior?
No, my last year.
Senior.
Senior.
Yeah.
Fairborn.
Yes, sir.
So when you came back to school, it was a different school or was it the same school?
No, I went to Colonel White. They let me in Colonel White.
Right.
And I was, had rentals
What
and
was
shit.
that year like for you?
It was cool because I mean it was I was on a mission. I had to finish to get this paperwork, so it was a different way. Like when you go to school and you don't pay attention, you miss out. But when you go to school, you pay attention, then you reap all the benefits.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So on the second run was like I knew what I had to do, so it was easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I wish I would have had that when I was because Fairborn still was good school though.
So out of high school, what's your next move? Because I know you got ties to Pittsburgh. I don't know how you got ties to Pitt University.
So let's fast forward it. Now I start selling dope. I get in trouble. I go to the penitentiary.
Yeah.
I get out.
How long you do in jail?
90 days.
90 days.
But the fucked up thing about it is I went
Stand
to
up,
jail.
stand down, yeah.
I went to jail for selling marijuana.
Right.
For the first time. See, this is how motherfuckers didn't understand what was going on. See, I'm out somewhere where, I shouldn't have been doing what I should have been doing because, racism runs real strong too.
Right.
So, even though I was doing wrong, they did me wrong.
Right.
I'm a son of a colonel, dude. I was supposed to get probation or something. Nigga. You don't
Right.
have to send me to the penitentiary.
Right.
For a felony 4?
Yeah.
Receiving stolen property?
Right.
This what we doing out here?
That's crazy.
Nigga, they was sending motherfuckers away.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some of my cats did 25 years for selling a quarter ounce of dope.
I told Smet off camera about how one of our guests that's supposed to be here yesterday, which was Greg Uloho, where I literally was about to be sentenced. And before me, it was Greg Uloho. Before him, it was somebody else. I don't know this person's name at all because I wasn't there like documenting like I'm gonna be on the podcast one day. This person was standing there. He never got caught with any charge before, and he had a gun. So they gave him ILC, which is in lieu of conviction. Literally, if you do every condition of the court, you get your record wiped and everything. Next was Greg Uloho. He got sentenced with the same gun charge, 2 years in prison. I shot somebody and got probation. So they don't even have no variance on when they do stuff. So what is your interaction when it came to that? Like when it comes to like your court stuff?
It was terrible, man. Shit, I went to jail. I was like, I didn't want to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was in that motherfucker. Green County is like rollover. Downtown. The whole Green County's like that. Cold and green is just terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like, mentally, all that. So, I was in there, and at this time,
Out the Greens and the Ferries.
Michael Haley was getting sentenced. He was in my same shit.
See, I don't know why we remember that, but it's crazy that we do. Go ahead.
Right, because he got sentenced. They gave him 451 years. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga was coming back to our pod. I was like, God damn it. Like, man. It's bars in this motherfucker. Like, we watching the news. We like, this nigga about to come in this motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm 18 years old, dude. I'm like, man, shh. All right, man.
Why you think they stroked you like that, bro?
Cause we was black.
All day.
That's it. We was black, and a lot of them police officers was gunning for, promotions and shit like that, and we wasn't no plug or nothing like that. We was just make a couple of dollars buying some Grand Hills at Salem Mall. Going to Spunky's.
Well, talk that. Talk that. So, being locked up, I mean, you got to shout the people who showed you love while you was locked up. Who are some of the people that showed you love while you was locked up?
I really don't even know who they were, man, because I wasn't there long, and I was just talking to some OGs, though. Like, I didn't get involved in shit. I was just there. I was reading books, you know what I'm saying? I was praying Allah, you know what I'm saying? Then I came home, and Pop sent me a packet. He sent me a
Shout out to Daddy Love. We did that money time.
a camera, a 35 millimeter camera, Polaroid camera, and some film.
So the very first thing you come home to is a camera.
Apartment and a car.
Apartment.
Like he paid while I was locked up. He paid the rent. So when I come home, I was already just ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So he paid. The
So
rent.
while you locked up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, like when I was locked up for my 6 months, I came home with a plan. What was your plan when you came home?
I was gonna deal with the girls. I was gonna do something with the girls.
Hey, he wasn't wrong, was he?
Right, no, I was gonna do something with the girls. I did.
He's a legendary handshake on that one. You went wrong when again. All right.
I was gonna do something, and it started off being a photographer. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Street photographer, because I was making money. You know what I'm saying? So we had Spencer's. Actually, we started at what was it? The S&S Lounge.
Yes.
That's
Yep.
where we started
Yep.
taking pictures
Yep.
at. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we started taking pictures.
Legendary
at, yeah.
spot, by the way.
Yeah, so we started taking pictures there, man, and I think we did like a stripper thing one time. It wasn't too much.
How'd you feel about that? Because
It was different. We was more trying to make the money on the pictures. So where it really kicked off was when we went to Spencer's. Spencer's was really because I was with Ron, like doing
Ron who?
Ron Hunter.
The legendary Ron Hunter.
Yeah, he brought me in at Butt Naked Tuesdays when they was at Spunky's. I was the picture man.
What? What? He didn't say that in his interview.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I was the picture man. And then Spunky's went left, and then we ended up at Maxi Millions. And I was the picture man there. So there, he took do what you do. And that's when I first started doing the film, VCR. So I was doing all types of shit, anything I could think of, like put a bed with a white sheet and motherfucker have sex, and you see the silhouette of them having sex. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just let me just go crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to Red and Jerry, bro.
Right.
Shout out to Red and
Right.
Jerry.
And the motherfucker was cranking, and shit, that was the start of, that was the.
But I want to pause you for a second. Are you familiar with how Ron Hunter said the first time he met you?
Yeah, I asked her to bring some turntables.
Nah. He said it was at a after party.
It probably was.
And it was you saying that Sunbird gonna be at an after party, and you was like, you were taking people to your party.
Yeah, he had an after party. I had an after party. I didn't have no celebrities though.
Yeah.
Like, right. I wanted him to come to where I was at. Right. I didn't have no celebrity. I was like, and you can bring your turntables if you want, because that'd be a good look. Because my plan was, at that time, I knew where everybody was at. I had people in different hotels. So Jodeci and them was at the Homewood Suites. So I got 2 suites. I was like, let me get the 2 biggest suites, because it's going to be somewhere near they going to be at. I know how hotels are. So give me the 2 biggest suites.
Yeah, big top floor.
Right, whatever, just
Top
give me the
floor.
2.
Yeah.
Then I invite all the girls, you know what I'm saying? And it really wasn't strippers, it was just girls that was partying. You know what I'm saying? I really wasn't making the money on the strippers yet.
Yeah.
But I had a party thing going. So I get the room and girls come, I had a cake, we had a stereo. But it would have been nice if Ron would have brought his turntables.
So legendary. Shout out to Ron Hunter, the legendary Ron Hunter. He actually did a podcast with us. What was it like meeting Ron Hunter for the very first time? What's your very first impression of Ron? DJ Ron Hunter, the legendary DJ Ron.
He was cool. He was, back then he was always cracking. So, we was going back and forth, like, because I cracked too. So that's what kept us sparring back and forth for years. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Because y'all's story is kind of intertwined at a certain.
yeah, he used to make fun of me, Fairborn, shut up, nigga, you don't know nothing, Fairborn ass nigga, and all this. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? On the young, because, he from the West and I'm from here.
Yeah.
But I'm like, nigga, but I'm really not from Fairborn, but I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so eventually y'all do a party together. So like, when do y'all cross paths, or is this later in the story?
Nah, after Spunky's, I was over there, and then it was Maxi Millions.
Shout out to Carrie Ivy.
Yeah, Maxi Millions. We was just all over there. Then we went to Otto's, and we had like a 7-year run at Otto's.
Otto. Shout out to C-Ray.
Yeah, we had a 7-year run.
And D-Boy.
7-year run. So that.
Wait. I would hate for this to be the parallel. And it's man about to laugh all the time.
And you know what? And hold on. And I'm gonna say this without. Boot stomping.
Bull
Yeah.
stop. Remember?
He was
That's
part.
Mike. That's Mike Webster.
Mike Webster
Real
is
king.
the original person that started
Bull stop.
Tuesday nights. Like, you know what I'm saying, with the strippers. It was him.
Yeah.
and he was part of the deal when we did autos. When we left,
Rest in peace, Mike Webster.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
yeah,
R.I.P.
For sure.
when we left Maxi Millions and we went to autos, it was me, Mike, and Ron. But then Mike wanted to do other things, so it just ended up being me and Ron.
I'm gonna tell you something that will make you laugh right now, bro. I promise you, bro. I to this day do not like strip clubs because of you, bro. Because literally, look, I do not like strip clubs because of you, bro.
Okay.
Because with the moment you came there, you ruined my experience, bro. First of all, I was too young to go into the club. This is all my fault, right? All my fault. But what's your fault? It's coming next, right? So I was too young to be in the club, right? Autos, right? So back at Autos, right? Like they had a thing where you come out of the club and you pay a little extra dollars because they had a liquor license, so you get a bottle, right? So I'm young as hell. I get my little bottle, boom, boom. I go in there. Some girl, before I was ready for it. Put, like literally lit candles and put that shit everywhere. And I was like,
You know what?
not ready yet. Like you literally like, bro.
What you was experienced was bachelor party.
You win already.
The bachelor party style of we don't do that anymore.
Right.
Like that was bachelor party style of stripping, where
It wasn't just y'all. She put a candle everywhere.
all types of shit. Like you gonna see all types of shit.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
They
You gonna sing happy birthday on them cakes and
motherfuckers
blew the
was shooting
candle
ice
out.
cubes out the and they was doing all types of shit. But you can't
I
do
wasn't
that.
ready for that, bro.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that was
so how many other lives did you? I was like, so wait. So no, I'm being silly, of course. So during the time that you were autos, you were D-boy, right?
who?
D-boy.
Yeah.
D-boy. So like y'all got a nice business relationship going on. What are some of the crazy things you saw at autos? You give us one story. That story, the one you think of right now. That one. The way you look at
Because
it.
we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on from there. The autos was autos.
Autos had to be crazy because
Yeah, it was off the chain.
It was like a lot like presses. I was youngest.
Yeah, autos turned us into businessmen for me, far as to know what what I was worth. So, you know what I'm saying? Because we was getting 100% of our hustle.
Okay, cool.
Dolla, but I mean, just having dancers and being able to, I don't know if the word is convince or bring somebody in to want to dance, because sometimes people would be ashamed to do something like that.
Here's the thing.
So, how did you find yourself being able to get girls who would want to do something like that? Like, how did you recruit, or how did you get it going for real?
You know what my cheat sheet was? You know what my cheat sheet was? My cheat sheet was the money. I didn't have to convince anybody. The money convinced them. I didn't have to do anything. And you got to understand, you got to really understand how many people on this planet. You know, everybody just worry about their small world. There's a lot of people on this planet, and everybody do a lot of things.
Yeah.
All you got to do is tap into that energy, and it's going to come to you.
Yeah.
That's a bar, bro. Can I give it to him, bro? That's a bar,
Yeah,
bro.
that is.
That's a
We
bar.
bet.
That's a bar. So like during this time, you know what I'm saying? Like you went from photographer to now promoter. What's the difference to you being between the person that's being the promoter or the photographer? What's the biggest difference like to you?
I mean, I always been a promoter though. Like, I came in the game getting the money off the door and all that. So, to go in the club, you're giving, you gotta, to be a promoter, the club is not gonna mess with you if you cannot bring something to the table.
Right.
That's what your job is there to do. And if you can't do that, then you're not doing your job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just got tired of doing, bootleg shit.
So during this time, because
In a nutshell.
like for instance, your parents aren't too far to disconnected from it. How are your parents looking at your new line of work?
Oh shit, Pops was all for it. Pops was helped me finance Organized Sex, like the whole idea of
we gonna get there, man.
Yeah, having a website and everything. So I had to go to conventions to get the information to even learn how to run it.
Let's start there.
Okay.
What led you to the road of creating Organizedtext.com?
From
Legendary Organizedtext.com.
the technology changed because we went from selling our own shit on VCR tapes to DVDs to streaming. So you got to stay up with the times, you know what I'm saying? And at the time when we had the website, it was only a few people in the city that had legitimate website, and that was me, 275, and Akil.
Shout out to Rob Hood,
There was
another legendary.
And I'm not talking about just you website and just a picture. I'm talking about functional buttons that work and you buy stuff and the shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit. So, that was back then, and the niggas didn't have smartphones. So you had to have a computer.
Right. So, like, what do you feel was, like, do you feel like that was a misstep in your approach? Do you feel like that was something that, like, you should have done during that time?
I mean, it was what I needed to do to get to where I'm at on what, you know what I'm saying, on a lot of things, because I experienced a lot. I missed the boat, though, because at the same time of the porn shit, at the same time of me making porno tapes, I should have been shooting how I'm making the porno tapes.
Wait,
the whole reality of it, because that's the boat I missed. Like, I should have been shooting the back part, going and dealing with these bitches. That would have made way more money than what the fuck
you
I was
saying
doing.
basically is like what Fans Only is now. You could be having the whole backstory of one person and push that, and then another person and then push that. You think you could have been the forefront of Fans Only if you thought about it?
No, because I was doing that was basically what the website was, Fans Only. Like, you go to the website and you get the content, and the same thing. It's just now is the phones are smarter, so the content managing programs are better. Like, you know what I'm saying, that you can just upload, take a picture, and all that.
Smart as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? No, because back then you had to have a webmaster. You had to pay a webmaster like fucking $56, $76. It depends how, like, you want a small store or you want a big store. Like, you know what I'm saying? But now, you just upload it, got templates, and make it look good.
Yeah.
So eventually you venture off, and then you and Ron Hunter, y'all two meet for business. Not the very first time. What's the first time you and Ron Hunter met and y'all talk about business, and then y'all do y'all very first joint venture together?
It was autos, and it was always, on top of shit. We just stayed on top of everything. That's laid the foundation on how I run my business now, you know what I'm saying?
So y'all partner together, and then later on, y'all have the very first dating casting call.
Of what?
Organizedtext.com.
Oh.
What other website would that be? Like,
that was
later on.
I mean, I already had the
what
girls.
What led to that then?
I mean, it was just what led to that?
Yeah. Boom. Yeah. Start there.
Okay, y'all remember MJ's?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
MJ's was lit.
When I was in MJ's, I wasn't getting no money from the door from Tuesday night. It was Eddie and it was Mark. That was their night. But
You doing Photo Kings during that time, or is it something else?
no, PK Productions.
Okay.
But he let me sell my CDs because I always had a side hustle. So I go in there banging CDs. Like, I make $300-$400 just banging the CDs. I was always in there. So, but I always had other shit going on too. You know what I'm saying? But Burn City Distribution was like that thing though. See, that's what. If it wasn't for Burn City Distribution, Organizedtext wouldn't be.
Wow. So you took a different trajectory than most people in dating. And I want to commend you, first of all, off you literally choosing your own path. Like, first of all. So, like, what was that like for you trying to, like, navigate? Because we already have, during this time, we have other streams that people are using here. Is that kind of tap into what you, like, you ain't from here during that time?
No, I've been, I was here, I'm already rooted when I started Organizedtext because I was selling CDs. I mean, we was selling CDs, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we back then, to sell the bootleg CDs and all that shit, you had to go to New York or you had to go to Cincinnati.
Yep.
So we
Absolutely.
was like, where are we gonna fit? How we gonna fit into this? It's like we got to become the connect.
Right.
How we gonna become the connect? The technology. We bought 4 towers. I think towers were like $2,600 a piece. Motherfuckers was still burning on computers. There was no way in the world anybody in the city was gonna top out what we was doing.
Right.
That was not gonna do it.
Right.
So it didn't matter if this guy had a CD. He only had a few of them.
Right.
Once we get on, we stepping on it. We running it. Let's run
brick up.
Brick up. Let's run 100 of each.
Right.
Then that's how we became the wholesale. That's how we became the connect. So everybody started buying from us.
So you became really like the distributor.
Exactly.
Okay.
Like, and then that's when we started doing shit like Ron would sell me his mixtape for $270. He did that one time. We stepped on that motherfucker so hard he said he'd never do that again because he couldn't sell his CD.
Ron Hunter,
Yeah.
who
Right.
we had on here the same podcast talking about how he hate bootleggers, right? He let you buy the whole
Yeah, the master.
master
Yeah.
for $270, and then he was like, "Nah, never again."
Because he couldn't sell the CD. It was too
yeah, because you produced
we
it.
flooded it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Produce this, man.
So that's what, you know, and so shout out to Ruts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because we couldn't sell the bootleg CDs down there at Ruts. So what we did, we started making mix CDs. So we'd take Young Buck versus whoever at the time, and we'd take half the album and half this album, and we'd put it on there and then put it out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
That's smart.
we were doing gospel, same thing, gospel verses and stuff like that. So we just, and we was down there Ruts banging.
So would you consider yourself a producer during this time?
No. Just
Man,
A producer, no.
we
a finesse.
we was we was still doing the strip club stuff because after that I'd do a bachelor party or
Fuck you, man.
you know what I'm saying, or we'd go do whatever, but you know we wasn't really, you know, I didn't start locking the, you know what I'm saying, I didn't start locking the clubs up until after that shit folded, you know what I'm saying, because the feds hit hard.
But before that, you had something I thought was legendary.
Was that
Right. Which is the OSSextoys.com, right?
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's something that most people did not jump on a wave of, and you can buy it right now every day.
Well, that was easy. That was drop ship. It's a drop ship company.
So you one of the first drop shippers in Dayton, Ohio?
It was easy. All I had to do was put a logo, make it nice and pretty, and launch the website.
You the first drop shipper in Dayton, Ohio.
I don't know if I was the first drop.
You have to be at this point
I
because in my research,
Well,
this
he
is
said
like-
my-
this is so early in
Yeah,
the game.
yeah. I mean, it might be
OS sex.
OSexotoys.com.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
It
the
was a drop
first
ship
I've ever
company.
seen, bro.
yeah. That was easy. I didn't have to do nothing. All I
You're
had
a
to do was
pioneer
just
of sex toys.
Nah, because I mean, it was.
You would've accepted, bro.
I mean, it was. I mean, a few people was buying from it. I didn't make a check from it for real.
I mean, but they still bought from it.
It is what I buy from it. I mean, if you want to be discreet now, you just go in the store and shit. Just go in the
So
store.
eventually you venture off into y'all,
Uh-huh.
fuck y'all. You partner with Evasive Angel.
Yeah. Oh, that was cool. Yeah.
How did that happen?
I was done doing. I was already doing. I was like 5 movies in.
Walk us into that.
I was 5 movies in.
The first movie.
No, I'm talking about 5 movies on my part.
Let's walk through the first movie.
I
How
mean-
did you recruit the very first girl to be in the movie for you?
They was already around. It's the money.
All right, so the second movie, I was playing.
So okay,
how you
okay.
go-
So the movies was easy. It was real. You know, we had to do paperwork. Everybody had to go through AIM. You know what I'm saying?
For the
testing.
person that is thinking about joining into like the sex industry, what is the type of paperwork that you got to fill out? What are some of the things you got to go through? Because nobody gonna hear this nowhere besides you. Like you,
Well-
literally the only person that we gonna trust as far as tells the truth.
Well, I mean, back then, because it's different now, but back then, you had to go through AIM. AIM was
America Online Joint.
no, AIM was a clinic where you had to get an AIDS test and all your testing. Like you had to go there. It was in each city that you had to. each city had an aim. Like you had to, you know what I'm saying? So if you wanted to do movies, this what you had to have the paperwork because it couldn't trust just any doctors. It had to be a company, one company.
It had to be conglomerate.
Yeah, so the company, you go to AIM, get the paperwork, and that's basically what we did. We got like 6 girls, and we went to Vegas.
Wait a minute, I got a question. Have you ever had somebody that didn't pass AIM? That person. You ain't got to say the name, but have you ever?
No, because
dating girls y'all clean.
No, because
fast forward.
If something was happening where they took the test and, you know, I'm thinking, okay, this test right here has to be positive because we're about to go shoot. So I'm gonna know something before we even get here because you got you can't doctor this.
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm saying? So
you gotta have that.
So no, I ain't never run into nobody fucked up, but they test often. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so we got the paperwork and we go out to Vegas. To the Avian Convention.
Avian.
And I was like, okay, we need to get these people's attention because I'm tired of doing movies. Like, you know, I need to make some porn stars. I went from making the movies because it was a lot of money to make the movies.
I was like, I could blow them up, and then
right.
I got going on.
Right. With the club. Right. that was the plan.
That was the plan.
That was the plan, and it was working. But we get to that. But so I was like, okay, let's get these girls tested. Let's go out here. Let's get some T-shirts. Just simple shit. Red top T-shirts.
Boom.
Just say, motherfucker, ready to work.
Oh.
Is it just ready to work? I had like 7 of them. They all had ready to work T-shirts, all white.
That's legendary.
You know what I'm saying?
That's legendary.
We had the paperwork, so we was ready to work.
That's legendary.
Right. And we got work. That's how I met old boy. You know what I'm saying? Out there.
So that's how you met
Evasive Angels,
from Evasive Angels.
And then
Angels.
They did movies out there, so I got a little, you know, cut for the movies that, you know, they did out there and all that. But okay. I was gonna bootleg the movies anyway. So it
that's
didn't.
Legendary.
Right.
You the first thing. Oh, wait. Smith, how many people have we interviewed and they have stories like that where they fumble?
Yeah.
He the first thing to say shit. I don't know what the hell they shoot. I'm bootlegging that whole. Anyway.
I mean, it only made sense because they were still dancing in the clubs that I was at. They were still working in the spots that I was doing. So that was the whole idea, you know. Plus, you know, I was making it look good like the store. So it didn't even matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we went out there and
I'll ask you one question before you go there. Mm-hmm. What was that like compared to, like, for instance, I'm saying you already went from the venture of you being a photographer, venturing off to you, now you promoting. What was that bag like where you just sitting back letting them do that? How much did that set you back and how much did it set you forward?
It cost me more to even do that whole shit. It cost me more to go to Vegas. It cost me more to do all that. So I was trying to get the money on the back end. You know what I'm saying? Because I was taking the money from the club.
That's a bars, man. He's trying to get his money on the back end.
I was going to get on the back end because I was going to get it, you know what I'm saying? You're going to put in the work.
On the back end?
Yeah. On the back end of the house.
Watch it back. You'll get it.
You know right. I know what you trying to say. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But it was yeah.
So
the bag was there.
Yeah. All right. So the Avian Convention. So I mean, during this time, I mean, you down there? Are you scouting talent as well?
No.
You there with your girls?
The girl, we still be looking for the work. Like we was right, because we was gonna stay out there as long as we could stay. We did about 3 straight weeks. We went out there, then we drove. Yeah, we went out there. We did the Avian because that's where everybody was at. Mm-hmm. If you want any work, you go to Avian. That's where all the companies at.
Absolutely.
So you can talk to everybody right there.
Everybody.
And then everybody's going to L.A. So you go to the Valley. So we got a room and got the air mattresses and got the food cards and shit and loaded up in that motherfucker. It was like, we here. Yeah. Now, let's start knocking on these doors.
Yeah. And
you know what I'm saying?
Grinding.
So before, like, so I'm still trying to get it right. So before you get to that point, you in a negative at this point. But when you go to the next point, do you finally start seeing some type of return?
When the DVDs dropped, we was getting a lot of kickback because I sold 1,000
So
copies.
that's after you came back.
Yeah, after we came back and fell out with the.
But wait. So like, what's it like going from?
After you did what? Dolla came back and did what?
After falling out with the girls and all that shit.
Right.
We're gonna get there. So when it go from you starting, going there, y'all doing scenes in the third, you not seeing no type of returns yet. Then y'all go to the next spot. What's it like going to the next spot, knowing like at this point you already negative? I mean, like you negative starting off, then you negative again, and now you go to the next spot. You still ain't no money because in your head you're thinking we can go make some money at the strip club.
I mean, you don't really think about that.
Oh, we got a special sponsor in the building.
You said you don't really think about that.
Special sponsor building. My bad.
He's all
Happy
good.
birthday to you, King. Happy birthday to you, King. But yo, we got a special sponsor in the building, man. I would hate to stop the podcast and do this, man. But man, we got my man
Well,
Big.
this for Dollar Bill's birthday, bro.
It's for your birthday, bro.
Right
Look,
now, bro.
You got us a sponsor.
We just now we linked up and did something real major. Big, look, come right here, bro. Y'all know y'all ain't never seen nobody else back here with me, bro. We got my bro. What you got, Biggs? Put it up in the camera real quick, bro.
Hey, we sponsored.
Got a new sponsor that just now came and checked in. Got the Kier wine. Yeah.
Shout out to my big brothers.
Yes, sir.
Happy birthday, Dollar Bill.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, Bill.
Appreciate it.
Man, go ahead, Big. Go and take him over there and put him on the table, bro. Yeah, bro. That's that good old Kiera wine, bro. New sponsor. And while we at it, we gonna take just one quick second while we get set up.
Love you, bro.
Y'all check us out real quick, man. This little commercial, t-shirtking247.com,
Else,
featuring
bro.
T.O. and Michael Wright. Look, I just made all these shirts for Michael Wright. T.O. show.
My nephew right here, Big Daddy, too. Nigga like his daddy.
What we got, bro?
Hey, man, what's up?
T.O., what you got, bro?
Man, listen, man. We got these shirts, man. Look at the greatest.
Hold on, pull one out, bro. Pull one out.
Quality shirts.
Yeah.
Not just
Let me see the
shirts.
back.
Quality shirts. What's happening? What's up, guys? Yeah, we doing it right here at the T-shirt.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
didn't know, come and get some of this T-shirt. Okay, this is my brother, y'all.
Yeah, man. Look, I just made all these shirts for Michael Wright. T.O. show.
My nephew right here, Big Daddy, too. Nigga like his daddy.
What we got, bro?
Hey, man, what's up?
T.O., what you got, bro?
Man, listen, man. We got these shirts, man. Look at the greatest.
Hold on, pull one out, bro. Pull one out.
Quality shirts.
Yeah.
Not just
Let me see the
shirts.
back.
Quality shirts. What's happening? What's up, guys? Yeah, we doing it right here at the T-shirt.
Yeah,
Y'all
man.
didn't know.
It's your boy Dash Resource. I got my man right here. My man Stackers. Man, let's pay some bills, bro.
What's goody good, man? Go and holler at my bros at Sheiks. They got the best breakfast in the city. And then you want to go and holler at attorney Michael Wright. If you ever in your life get injured, go to the hospital first. And then dial 937-222-7477. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Ring the bell notification so you can get alerted every time we drop a new video. And come and holler at me at T-Shirt Kings, 4301 North Main Street, and Gold for Your Mouth, the #1 gold teeth designers in the world. We in this thing with my brother Dollar Bill. We keeping it
And
real.
we have
It's
a
the-
very new sponsor.
we are in this thing with my brother Dollar Bill, keeping it real, and it is his birthday eve, and we honored to have him in here. And our new sponsor, get rid of that motherfucking Patron goddamn box, throw that bitch out of here, man. We got Kiera wine that'll get you feeling fine. Am I pronouncing it right, bro? Kiara wine, man. And bro, how can they contact you for the wine, bro? How can we get with you?
They can hit me up on Facebook, Antoine Cunningham,
Antoine Cunningham on
Antoine
Facebook.
Cunningham.
937-540-5771.
Yes, sir. And then he delivers the wine to you. That's real major. And from this day forward, we'll have just all of that information for you guys, and then we'll repeat it for you. But Kiara wine.
It's my favorite drink
on
of all
Dollar Bill's
time.
birthday, man.
Kiara wine is my favorite drink of all time.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. All right, back to
Yeah, you
Can't-
already know I know.
candy bars. Know about that Kiara wine?
I love
Man, let's go. Peanut, it's on you, King.
wine.
So, bro, I mean, eventually, right? I love that eventually, right? So now you and Ron Hunter, y'all are doing co-op shows together. What's it like linking up with him, or is it more or less like you have the club and he link up with you?
Nah, it was cool because I mean he was the man. So you know that's how I got noticed. You know, you got to stand next to the sun to get a little shine. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's a bar, Smith.
Ron Hunter, big dog.
Yeah,
Big
you
dog.
know,
Ron Hunter, big dog.
Big
man.
dog.
Shit,
So, you know.
he had been did a whole bunch of shit before.
mm-hmm.
Shit, we was even grown for
Big
real.
dog. So what's it like linking up with the legendary?
I was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? We just did a lot of business together, man. It was
So Butt Naked Tuesdays, nigga.
yeah,
What's
Butt Naked
up?
Tuesday was legendary. That was real. That was a 7-year run.
That's-
That brand
yeah, we went back
was
to-
crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Before the
hot
7-year run, what was the worst person you ever? Because we can only ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
What was the worst dancer you've ever seen? Period. I mean, you gotta put a name on it, but what did it look like to you?
Is there such thing as a bad dancer?
Yeah.
Bro?
There we go.
That's really on the person that's running the show that allowed motherfucker to come in like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, some people just don't know. Like, you know, like motherfucker just get the bright idea they want to strip. In their mind, it's like this, but in reality, it's not like
I want to
that.
ask you that.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna ask you that. So, and this was later on the questions, but what are some of the things that, like, for instance, like a girl may go to amateur night, turn up, make $1,000 an amateur night. She wants to now make that amateur night into a full profession. What are things that she's looking forward to that she don't think about, such as tip in and tip out? Let's talk about that.
I mean,
Talk. Go on.
I mean,
go on.
I don't know.
Talk about it.
Spit.
I mean, what you want to know? What to tip it or what? I mean, what you want to know? What
I want to hear about some of the messed up things that happen. Like, for instance, like say what would happen if someone that you didn't want to get into it would be into it, and then we can talk about the positive aspects to it as well.
I mean, you know, man, it is.
So let's talk about tipping. All right,
Right.
I gotta hold your hand through it. All right, so what is tipping?
The money that the girls got to pay to dance, because they're independent contractors.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like how much, like, you know, when people like, man, how many bitches you got? It's not about that. It's about, you know what I'm saying, the platform they would create, and they step on that, but they got to pay.
Right.
Because the girls are loyal to the money, so there's a tax you got to pay to even get to the money.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Every
It's your
girl.
startup fee.
Yeah. So every girl pays their money up front.
Invest
But-
in yourself.
We started that too. Don't leave that out.
So like
Tip-in started with $10.
facts. I know.
Now it's
I done paid $10 a
Right.
couple times for
right,
somebody.
right.
So don't say right when I say it. Don't say right.
I mean, cause yeah,
You
motherfuckers
know I
ain't
know.
got it.
You know, all right. We ain't going there. All right. We ain't going there because this ain't my podcast. It's your podcast. So wait. So like back to the whole fact of like tipping in, right? So like for instance, to put this into proper perspective, right? Down in like Atlanta during the Super Bowl, they have a stripper bowl, right? The tip in is something that Asher, like, it's like the craziest you ever gonna think of, right? Have you ever took somebody to Atlanta for the?
No.
But do you know what that price
Yeah.
is?
I mean, it depends because.
Give me the craziest number that you
tip-in-
ever heard for a tip in.
I don't know. I mean,
Just give me one number of a crazy number that you ever heard.
we
for
was
a
in
tip-in.
L.A. I'm gonna tell you this. We was in L.A. This was 2008. We turned the parking garage into a strip club. It was five promoters that did it. So the tip in was $270.
That is before you start dancing, ladies.
Yeah.
You telling me I ain't dancing? Don't tell me I ain't
Hey,
dancing.
but listen, and I'm gonna tell you why
Thank
the
you,
tip
Sven.
in
Thank you,
was that, because tip in is based on how many singles are in the building. You feel what I'm saying? If you got 100K, you can't have a bunch of $20 tip in that motherfucker. You have every stripper in the world in that motherfucker. So
The market cap.
Yeah, it goes like, you know what I'm saying, that see, because
Y'all in crypto right now.
see,
That's
because listen,
cryptocurrency.
see, because right now I have to charge $75 to tip in at my spot, because if I charge anything less, it'll be triple the girls. We got girls coming from Cleveland. We got girls coming from Columbus. We got girls coming from Naptown, Pittsburgh, Kentucky, Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? And don't forget about our city. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it can't be like that. It got to be on that certain level.
So 2011 Texas, my nigga, what we talking about?
What's that?
2011 when you went to Texas, it's during the time where
I didn't go to Texas.
I wish you would lie to me again.
Right.
I wish you would lie to me again.
Texas in 2011.
Yeah.
Nah, I wasn't in Texas in 2000.
So during the time, you still doing back and forth shows.
Yeah, we going. Yeah, we moving around.
But no. Well, you ain't doing shows in Texas. You venturing off to Texas. It's more or less like you are going there visiting. Not you doing shows in Texas. There's nothing I saw within my research.
Well, I went to Texas a few weeks ago, and that was because of personal reasons. But that wasn't. I didn't do nothing with no strippers in Texas.
So 2012. So we're gonna fast forward. So you and DJ Skano link up.
No, I ain't never link up with Skano.
You had a mix show in 2012.
No, I fuck with Skano, but I ain't never linked up with Skano.
So are you telling me that, like, I'm looking at a little like where you and DJ Skano did a mix show together in 2012?
Nah.
Never.
No.
This is the very first.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
So Party Man.
Yeah. From the radio station.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
I mean, you know, at this time I'm on the radio. Like I'm paying ads. So that's how me and Party Man got cool. Like I had him do the ads, like all my ads. You know what I'm saying? And then after a while, I started doing my own ads. You know what I mean?
So what's that like visualizing off? Because like I said, like for instance, like if you are doing sexual content and then now it's going to the mainstream, to me would be like radio. What was the thought process in that?
I had to water everything down. To a corporate level of like promoting, you know what I'm saying, like advertising, you know what I'm saying, because back then I was wild. I used to ride around with Organizedtext.com on the vans and shit, and that was just because I wanted
to get to that. I swear to God, I was.
Because you know that's because that was more of a shock value, but really that was being an asshole. Because a lot of people, you know, people's kids and they looking, you know, pulling up and shit, and I didn't realize that, you know what I'm saying?
What was it like shooting your own content?
Easy. It was easy.
Because during the time, like I said before, like if you look into, come on, man.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Doing the movies.
Wait. So like during this time, you literally, like to me, during this time that I'm talking about, during the time that we just like fell in the middle of, because I'm like, yo, this is here. I finally got you right where the fuck I want you at. Pause. Is you literally have multiple women living with you during this time. How did that happen?
That was
who was the first shorty to come? Like, all
well,
right, cool. And then the second shorty came.
We got the house, and
Black you
what show was that? Making the Band?
Yes.
P. Diddy?
Yes.
I was watching that, and I was watching like how he had the beds and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like, it was real convenient. You know what I'm saying? For real.
That's hard,
For
bro.
real. No, for real, it was real convenient. I was like, and I'm looking like I can do this. I got the room for this. So
that's hard.
I got the bunk beds, I got the vanity, I got the internet, I got the, you know, the lockers. And we was running the beds for $40 a night, you know what I'm saying? So it was like the first Airbnb for the strippers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was easy. The reason why it was easy because I was the work. I was at, was it the men's club?
Yeah.
It was probably Dayton Gold at the time.
Yeah,
Dayton Gold.
Yeah, Dayton Gold.
And I was there 3 nights, about 3 nights.
Wait, so how did you scout your talent to stay at the crib?
There was no scouting. It was all like there was no, the money is the scout.
Yeah.
Right.
There's no
I'm
convincing.
literally throwing off the
There's
back
no
of you
none
to
of
dunk it, bro. That's all
Yeah,
I'm doing.
no, there's no scout. Like
All right.
the money is the scout. Like if you know that's you stand on that platform, you know motherfucker gonna step up there with you. You don't have to beg anybody.
So wait. What was it like? Because it had to be one day where you saw somebody that you knew, like, goddamn, like, girl, you too fine to be through this month.
You talking about what? Find what to dance or what? Just
Shit.
like what? Like or what? I mean,
you
what,
navigate that one.
What?
I want to ask you two what? Yeah.
like I mean, what do you say? Like you want to take out the game or what?
Not me.
I mean, is that? Have I seen anybody like that? That I want.
Have you ever seen somebody like, yo, you two out, like you too fine to be on the pole, and then somebody that like,
Nah.
Nobody too fine to be on the pole.
It's not about that because I mean, that's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's not what it was.
But
you
the
know
other
what I'm
question is, since you
Yeah.
did that one good, he did that shit good, and he like, nigga, I was waiting for you to ask that one. All right, so what about the other one, the one that you was ready to answer?
What was that?
This nigga gonna go. All right. So the one that you felt like should be in the game,
Should be in the game.
that was fine as shit. You was like, oh yeah.
Oh, I mean, it was a lot of them. I mean, it was a lot of motherfuckers that came through like that because it was almost like a status thing. You know what I'm saying? To have that. You know what I mean? As a young age, coming up with strippers, you know what I'm saying? You had to have something like, nigga, she represent me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rock.
I mean, that was a,
Boom.
you know,
That one.
yeah. So
That one.
But Dolla, doing the mix of all of the shit that you're doing, I mean, in any business owner, at a certain time, bro, you'll suffer from burnout.
yeah.
When you're doing this shit
Yeah.
for a long time,
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't care whatever it is that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
When you go through that type of shit, or did you saying you did go through that? What else did you think about doing?
Everything
Yeah.
from being a mic man to being
What's a mic?
mic,
man? What's that, bro?
MC.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Hosting.
Yeah, hosting. You know, DJing.
Yeah.
You know, just a lot of other shit. You know.
Facts.
So I want to ask you. So like during the time when you was the black you have, like nigga, accept it first. Like accept it that you the black you have.
Okay.
Because I promise you, every question I ask you is geared towards you accepting that.
Okay. Accepted it.
Cause I know you a wave fly nigga, and you like, yeah, I ain't trying to accept all that shit because you may have certain things that's going on now. But today is a day of honoring you, bro. You feel me? Like I want you to accept that, like, nigga, we here to honor you. It ain't nothing else.
Right.
Right. So how many females at one point in time that you had living underneath your own roof?
4.
4? Okay.
4. Because it was only 4 beds.
Well, wait. And I love the fact that niggas say only 4. Only 4, right? So, like, what was that like?
But they wasn't. It was never a live. It was never. It was always, you know, the bags. Ain't nobody ever, you know, go pick out no furniture, no shit like that. Like it was always. It was like, you know what I'm saying? It was,
crib,
right. I'm just saying it was always.
But what was it like coming? Wait, nigga. I'm not gonna let you get away that easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even on your birthday, you ain't get away that easy,
Okay.
right? Me leaving the club, Smith. Where my nigga Smith at, bro? Hey,
Yeah, I'm in here.
He's on
Yo,
it.
Smith, if I go to Sporty's right down the street, or if I go to Agnes for my lunch or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And I go back to my crib with 4 chicks there. What's that life like for you at that point?
I always had people around me, so it wasn't just always me.
Yes,
I'm just saying. I always had niggas around me, man. You know, my closest niggas, they was always there. So it was always a community type thing going
So
on.
everything was community at that. Feel me at the crib. I respect that, bro.
I'm just
Because you
chilling.
like a strong man, bro. Like you keep the crib solidified. Strip club drama, my nigga. Let's talk about it.
What, beefs, fights, and all that. I mean, it happens. You know, you got girls
What was the
coming.
craziest thing that you've seen at the strip club?
It happens.
A motherfucker falling off the pole and breaking their goddamn shoulder.
Did
Talk
what?
about
Bill
that.
drop? They did. Fell off the pole and broke what?
Broke their shoulder.
Shoulder, yeah.
I mean, she was drunk, and I told her, I was like, you know, you might want to slow down. Goddamn it, and she went up to that pole and she fell off that motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So during this time, are you the person to comfort her, or are you just like
No, I mean, you know.
back with the festivities?
Nah, I mean, goddamn, the ambulance came and everything. She went to the hospital. Her shit was fucked up. Yeah, they came. Shit, I didn't, you know, I told her not to.
So what?
You can throw
I
that
did my
shit.
research, and I think you probably had a Guinness Book record.
With what?
How many strip club fights have you seen?
You know what? They didn't even start. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. They didn't even start fighting until probably 10 years ago.
And what was the craziest fight scene you ever seen?
It's always didn't get shit. Dude, shit. They go
Because
down.
I got a couple of them in here. It was one girl that was in there like I do my research. It was one girl in there like super drunk, and she there and she going off, and you tell her, shut the fuck up, and then she was like wilding, like trying to throw.
I mean, you know, motherfuckers.
Why are they mad at you?
No, they ain't mad at me. They just mad. Like, yo, when motherfucker get mad, you know what I'm saying? You know, have you ever tried to calm a motherfucker that just say fuck it? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's hard to manage. So you gotta try to, you know, restrain her or whatever.
So I saw the video and the chick got removed from the club in your video. Like, what do you feel would have been like a way that you could safeguard people from being like drunk in the club? And
I mean, there's no way to regulate people drinking.
I'm trying to find a way.
Okay.
I mean, you can't
Safeguard
regulate.
you.
I mean, you know, you can't. You motherfucker buy a bottle or whatever. You can't regulate a motherfucker drinking or the attitude. You can regulate it when the shit go left, but you know you can't police that. Like you know that's too much. Like motherfucker don't want nobody standing over there watching them take shots and shit.
You had enough.
You know how uncomfortable it is.
So like you literally done damn near every venue in Dayton. What's your favorite venue where you thrown events at,
Ohio Chiefs,
and why?
because I'm exclusive.
So let's talk about why we here, which is Ohio Chief, which you got Industry Night, which is the love, the baby.
Candy bars. Yep.
Who you want to interview? You want to introduce the rest of the beautiful ladies?
Go ahead, Candy.
Hi, I'm best friend. I'm Candy Boy's best friend. I'm Sunny Delight.
Promise. I work at Ohio Chiefs. You'll see me there Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever.
All the days.
You know, whenever you see me.
And she cute too with her little sucker. Y'all didn't see her. Y'all need to come out.
Yeah,
Y'all gotta
show
come out.
love, show love. I'm new to dating, so yeah.
So let's talk about some of these more accomplishments, right? So 2014, you met K. Michelle. What was that experience like? It was that. Bro, we gotta kick it more often, obviously, because he was like,
I mean, you know,
it was an experience.
yeah, just you know, the celebrities, man. But for real, the celebrities are really like regular motherfuckers if you get on that level with them. You know what I'm saying? And that's all. Like, you know, I mean, in LA, you run into people. Like, you literally run into motherfuckers. And if you can't run into them, you can go where they at.
Dude,
Or you
who
go
was
on
it?
the studio.
You brought a couple of stars down to my shop. I mean, we was hitting the booth and doing a bunch of stuff down there. Who was it? There was a Cherokee.
Pinky.
Pinky.
Yeah,
Did bring
Pinky. See, now, I did
Shout
that
out to
because
Syfe.
one thing, like,
Syfe as well, because you know.
like, well, I had to because I mean, he Smed. Like, you know, everybody knows Smed. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know that.
Yeah, for sure.
I got to show her what the city is. Like, this is us. You know what I'm saying? We had a studio. We cut the commercial in his studio.
Yeah, we did.
Like, because I needed the commercial.
I did. One of them's golds too, bro, in LA.
Yeah. Oh, Jeremy. Yeah.
What's her name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy
is
Is it
her dude at the time that when she was with the guy
Yeah,
that
but
managed
I did the girls' golds though.
Oh, you talking about Beauty Dior?
Beauty Dior.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, my
her.
God.
Did
Whoa,
Beauty
whoa,
Dior?
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
she, man, me and her ended up being cool.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Real
because
shit.
I were. What's her phone number?
yeah, I was bringing all the porn stars.
her pregnant.
See, and that's what the thing.
I was kidding.
That was the thing when I was out there trying to do the movies. The club shit was just really where they was really getting their bag at.
Yeah.
So I started learning the business, like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, because I had a joint deal with Black Market, but you know what I'm saying. It didn't make sense. I had a website. I was already selling shit on my website. You feel what I'm saying? So it made more sense to turn the girls into porn stars. I was gonna get more out of that than actually putting out movies.
What was your greatest experience?
With what? Just
Period.
bringing the strip pole to the shit to the masses, to the reality of turning a place into a strip club. Like, you know what I'm saying? Back then we did the girls, and it was like, you know, girls at the bar. That was the vibe. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, when I was in Vegas trying to do the movies, I saw another vision, and I started tiptoeing towards that. Mm-hmm. And I brought the pole. Ain't nobody seen no shit like that. That was an invention ain't nobody seen.
What was your worst experience?
Fucking with them goddamn movies.
Yeah. You told me that before on our last interview.
Yeah, fucking with them goddamn movies, because, you know, you really got to be careful what you bring into your life. You know what I'm saying? And that was too much, so I pushed away.
You think it was just based on
it was just a lot.
The future ramifications
the future of if I was going to do this, I had to be here with it, and I wasn't comfortable with that. So it was cool.
Right.
It was cool. It wasn't even about the
It's
money.
kind of cool when shit ain't on tape like that, for real. I mean, it happened, but it's over with, and it don't got to keep getting revisited, which is similar to a situation that we had with this bro. Some Facebook memory shit just popped up.
Absolutely.
On this bro, and like when shit happens, but it ain't on tape, and then it happens, but it's over with. But if something is on tape, man, shit, 10 years down the line, your kids will be done fucked around and bumped into it, stumbled up on it.
And that's the reason why I took down the site in 2010. I took the site down because, you know, my son was born, and the girls on the site started looking young.
Shout out to the young kids.
You know what I'm saying? They was looking young, like, because we was older.
We getting older.
Yeah, they was getting older.
I look at like the NBA draft,
and I'm looking and then I'm like, damn, we was kids doing this shit. So I just took the site down. I was like, you know what I'm saying?
It's a shift in consciousness, man.
I respect that so much.
I mean, because, you know, and
that's crazy.
When we came in, it was about the money.
Yep.
But sometimes
you gotta look at what
your consciousness, man. You expand. You're not the same person right now.
Yeah.
That you was then. Even though you still lined up in the same industry, you still just feel different about shit now than you did back then.
Because I also feel like it goes into what he's ventured off to, which is now venture off into DJing. So like, talk about what got you getting your DJ itch. Pause, of course. What was the point where you started venture off into doing DJ work?
All my friends are DJs. This is like, you know, I mean, you know what I'm saying? They all DJs. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, Swift, Excel. I've been around this shit 24/7. It just, it just made sense.
Shout out.
Little bro, TJ.
Yeah, all in. You know what I'm saying? All of them. Everybody, they all DJs. So it's like it just made sense for me to just go ahead and cop and learn. And it was easy to learn because I'm throwing nights. You know, and I'm running nights. I'm doing 3 years. I'm doing 4 years. So I'm running it like semesters. Let me start then, and let me run it. You know what I'm saying? So I start setting up next to them and start learning.
Because at this point, everybody in the city and celebrities are fucking with you for real. Like, so like, what was that transition like for you going from literally like, because to you it's like moment to moment. Mm-hmm. So somebody that's watching and studying you, it is from being a kid dispatched from damn near Cali to where you are today. What was it like for you, if you look at it in totality, from there to where you are now? How do you feel about that move? And what was the whole thing that you like encompassed off of thinking of that?
Just experiences, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? The experiences just lead you to where you at, you know what I'm saying, in life. You know what I'm saying? You're going to make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you make the mistakes, you got to embrace them. Meaning you got to deal with the consequences. And then you got to move on. And that's what makes you the person you are. You know what I'm saying? And just keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because shit happens. You know what I'm saying? And then good shit happens too.
So at this point, I want to ask you, like, what's your legendary mistake?
Going to the penitentiary. But I became a man, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, going.
So was that truly your legendary mistake?
Yeah, like shit, nigga, man. Once you catch a felony, man, it takes so much to get that motherfucker. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? You better off just hitting the motherfucker in the jaw. They're gonna forget about that, but that paperwork stick with you.
So Smed know, and I know, some of y'all know, that we had this thing called the butterfly effect, where literally something that you said within the course of this conversation, or things that I found during the course of my research that I found that were truly profound. What you just said right there is exactly where I want to start at, right? Because you think that where you started at don't even matter, right? Mm-hmm. You think all the things that you've been through don't matter. Mm-hmm. Because that's why what's so dope about you is when we go to the club, we see you turn up having a good ass time.
It's the energy. It's like, you know.
I got you. It's the energy that you actually give off. What's so dope about that is that people don't understand your own struggle that you've been through in order to get there. Mm-hmm. You done went through so many losses. You done been through so many different trespasses. You done went through so much of moving here. Because so many people that we done interviewed on this podcast talk about how moving around was a negative thing in their life. And you talk about it like it's a plus. Then we can go into the whole fact of you having so many different things going on to the point where you are empowering women for them to make money, and you are actually doing it, and you actually brought women on the podcast today that are literally reaping the benefits, and that ain't even my butterfly effect. You literally, people may look at you like you are a person that's making money off the back of women, but I think it's completely different. I feel like you are literally empowering women. You are literally giving them a platform for them to make money. Mm-hmm. Because not everybody on this platform are dancers. Right. Hello, candy bars. Mm-hmm. You literally have a thing called Industry Night, where you invite artists, creatives, dancers. Because I promise you, if you look up the definition of what hip-hop is, there's dancers in there. Mm-hmm. What you have done single-handedly, not even thinking about it, unbeknownst to you, is create a platform for hip-hop to actually exist. Mm-hmm. So for me to sit here and say, bro, we have a story beyond this, and you know that. Mm-hmm. We know that. Mm-hmm. She know that. Mm-hmm. But in the day is, bro, you are unequivocally a legend, bro.
Appreciate it.
A legend. Oh, yeah. First ballot Hall of Famer, bro. Nobody in this city can ever say that they was a whatever promoter. Mm-hmm. And don't put your name in it. You ain't a whatever promoter. You are a promoter. You are one of the biggest promoters. You are the biggest promoter in Dayton, Ohio. Mm-hmm. Accept it. You are a legend, bro. Mm-hmm. I love you, bro. Happy birthday, King.
Appreciate it.
Happy birthday, King. Smed.
Yes, man. I mean, I've been knowing Dolla, bro. I don't even know how me and Dolla got cool, bro. But somehow when I was on 3rd Street, me and Dolla just ended up, we rode somewhere, bro. I don't know why. I don't know how.
He put you in the car. He put you in the car. No. He put you in the van.
No. I was driving. I don't know how I ended up swooping Dollar Bill up. But once he started talking, like, I'm gold for your mouth.
Oh,
he's
God.
Dollar Bill. And he's like the strip king. I'm gold for your mouth. So I thought he probably was just so damn ghetto and shit. But I'm gold for your mouth. So how can I call
both y'all niggas is corny as shit.
Once we end up being in the car together, I'm like, this bro is cool as fuck. He polished. He ain't ratchet at all. Like, man, he's strictly polished, and he's somebody that you would want to actually be around. Not no shit starter, not no loud, obnoxious type nigga. Like, just a good bro. And that's why you've been able to, for real, sustain yourself for this time, bro, because you are you a good person that people want to be around. Period. You not no turn off type.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
it takes a particular type of personality in order to be able to run a business. A lot of niggas is too cool to have a business and promote the shit that they do. They'll fall off. A lot of people would try to be a little too hard, too rough and tough for people to even approach. You got to be approachable. And so that's kind of like where I see you at, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just that good, strong character person. And people will look down. Like on our show, we have pastors come on here. I've been having Michael Wright come on here and esteemed businessmen and all kind of people that's kind of like a little different. They business in their lane, but we kind of like got businesses in our lane too. And somebody might look at you and be like, he got strippers, and look at that shit on the surface.
I know.
But then be the same niggas that will have their daughters as cheerleaders. Those would be the same, because it's not much difference, bro.
Bring them out, man.
Exploitation, if it is, or if it's not exploitation, it's highlighting the beauty of a woman and showing it.
Don't get us
And
canceled,
they
though.
doing it.
I was playing.
It's true. It's true. I mean, it's sex sales
Yeah.
in every industry,
Absolutely.
bro. We got the Budweiser commercials. I just think your shit is a little bit more mask off. We getting straight to the point.
Yeah.
We a little bit more real about this shit, and we not really just sugarcoating this shit.
I mean, but it's part of the culture. It's strip club culture. It's
for
the culture.
sure.
Like, you can't judge a person's culture, how they live, how they talk, how they walk, and this is their culture. You know what I'm saying? You got to respect it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we respect
All
it.
day.
Yeah. So that's just
All
it.
day.
You know what I mean?
And if a woman has a right to have an abortion, a woman damn sure got the right to
Shake her
dance if she
motherfucking
fucking
ass.
want to. Because it's definite.
Yeah.
One, to me, is far worse, and somehow that shit is celebrated and put out here for us to vote on. And if you say abortion is wrong, niggas will go fucking crazy. But then you want to say stripping. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just arguments, bro. I don't mean to kind of talk around all of that. Right, hold on. Let me finish, bro. That was just my point and my salute to you, bro. To just say,
And I appreciate it.
keep going, goddamn it. Do your thing, and then shit, fuck with a hater thing. Okay, there you go. Beat dashes.
So a couple things that you did I thought was monumental. Like I said, I've already praised you, my nigga. At this point, my nigga, we can like talk about all type of wild shit. Nah. But I'm gonna say praise you. So like you had the Cincinnati versus Dayton pole competition. What was your thought process between doing that? Because I think like that was dope, because it's the same thing when we do like basketball. Shout out to my man Deion Cash. Deion Cash do the basketball.
I was actually promoting the that was the shift to injecting the pole life into the strip club, like, because
Give me an example.
Okay, so in this industry, you have the white strip clubs. There's a certain format that they follow, and that's fine.
Booty popping rather than twerking.
I mean, whatever they're doing is.
Keep it real. Come on.
No, I'm just saying. I mean,
let's talk
you know what I'm saying?
about white stripping versus black
No,
stripping.
well, that's what I'm saying. Right. You got one set of rules that you got to follow. It's like a job. You got to be there. Yeah, you got to be there for a long time.
The rules will dictate how they dance.
No, the rules is just the culture of where you're going. You know what I mean? The music, everything, the people, everything. You got to know how to talk. You got to know how to have a conversation. You got to sit down. It's a different situation on the white strip clubs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Like you, Dolla Bill.
Right. Now, on this other side of things, what we do is more hip hop, more street. We got DJs, we got mic men, we got money falling from the sky. This is our culture. You know what I'm saying? This is what we go through. This is how we express ourselves when we having fun in the strip club. This is our thing. So I got behind that. You know what I'm saying? Meaning injecting the pole, because I told you I was the first one to bring the pole to the game.
What you mean by that, bro?
Huh?
What you mean by that?
Meaning,
You the first one to bring the pole to the game.
bring the pole, like if you go to any strip club of what we do, meaning when people do strip nights, there's the night has to be legitimate with a pole, or they're just dancing on the floor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just,
So you install a pole in the club that you go to?
See, it's not installed. That's what I'm saying. When I brought it, it was they are
Give an example of your first event compared to your.
the poles
Well,
I bring.
I wanna know what he talking about when he say bring a pole to the game. What do you mean?
the poles I bring are portable poles. You
Okay.
can break down.
Right.
Like you can break down and put it in your car.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like nobody's seen that
You
technology.
live on a pole
Damn,
here
bro,
today.
that's
You know what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
did, I can turn this room into a strip club. You know what I'm
Right
saying?
now.
Right now. You know what I'm saying?
in your car.
I mean, I can go get my shit, but you know what I'm saying. But the whole thing, that's what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Look,
Because
it's not like I would love to.
it was, and I'm gonna tell you where the shift started, is because if you notice in Dayton, we had a strip club. What was strip club? It was the 50-yard line, right?
Yeah.
And then we lost it, right?
Yeah.
We went into the dark ages. It was everybody went back into the nightclubs
Facts.
because we didn't have a strip club.
Oh God.
And then the Foxy Lady came. That's when I was down there. But the Foxy Lady didn't have a liquor license, so it was basically a strip club. But you know what I'm saying?
There wasn't no liquor.
No
so it wasn't
liquor.
lit
So,
like
but
that.
we were still lit.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the closest thing that the city had at the time.
Right.
Then when we lost that, it went dark for another 7 years. You know what I'm saying? Like we was back in the nightclubs, and then we birthed Dayton Gold. And the only reason why Dayton Gold was even the situation because there was an incident where somebody had died and the white folks stopped going there.
Right.
So they was at their last wit. I was like, you got to change the format. I was like, because it's been over damn near 10 years before we even had a real strip club.
Right.
So when we popped it off, it was an instant hit. Trick Mix was DJing. We had motherfucker jumping.
Yeah.
That's when DBM and all them motherfuckers and all of them.
Diamond Cut.
Diamond Cut, everybody was in there throwing bags.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So,
But to say that,
I got a question.
to say that when the men's club, remember when the men's club was jumping?
Yeah.
What happened was the club was falling. So we was going back into that stage.
Right.
And I was already doing movies. I was already dealing with the pole. That's when we introduced the pole back, and that's when the whole shit changed.
So you also have affiliation that I think you're going to deny you got affiliation.
What's that?
Brian Pumper.
Oh, Brian Pumper, yeah, man.
Let's talk about the Brian Pumper affiliation.
Oh my God, yeah, I could
I
talk
do my
about that.
research, guys.
Yeah, that guy.
Is a funny ass.
Yeah, he
dude,
was-
bro. 'Cause
Okay,
he's
so
like,
we at the ABA.
Before you get started. Right now, everybody in this podcast, including y'all, are better than the person that we talking about. Right? This person was literally the person that is effing on camera, right? And this, cause y'all can cuss. I ain't gonna cuss because I have to for my sponsors, right? But he's this person who literally is effed on camera, right? This is who we're talking about.
Yeah, he was a porn star. But
So let's go into your.
How I met him was we was at the Avian, and I seen him, like, you know what I'm saying? I already knew who he was because, you know, he been in the movies. And he had the jewelry on. So
What jewelry on?
that's what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying? He had the jewelry on. I'm looking like, oh, that's the one nigga. So I'm thinking like these niggas getting the bag out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So what, you fell for it?
nah, I didn't fall for nothing until I walked up on the nigga. You know what I'm saying? The real nigga know with fake jewelry, the colors hit different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They hit different. You know, so you like, damn. And then, but you know, I didn't even judge him when I seen that. I'm like, well, all right. You know what I'm saying? I done seen other niggas wear fake jewelry. It's not like the first time I seen a nigga wearing fake jewelry.
So, like, what did it feel the first time you met him, knowing, like...
Nah, he was cool. I mean, he was, you know, what was strange was he wanted to be a rapper. That was strange. He wanted to play his music all the time.
Wait. So when Brian met you, he wanted you to hear his music.
Yeah.
And he like, play this in
Yeah,
the
but I
background.
needed him to do some scenes because I was trying to get and I did. I paid him for a couple
You
scenes.
paid me, you paid
Yeah, I paid him for a couple scenes.
Wait. So you paid...
Yeah, I paid for it. That was the whole idea of making the porn stars because you to have a porn star, you had to have a porn star. You can't just, you know, I mean, you can do two motherfuckers and, you know, whatever, but it's easier for a motherfucker to get noticed by sitting somebody next to him. So, you know, all of them, Mr. Marcus, everybody. You know what I'm saying? I
Right.
send them out there and do the movie and, you know, yeah.
So what was it like negotiate with Paul's my whole life? What was it like negotiating with him compared to Mr. Marcus or the other people? Was he kind of cheaper?
Actually, he had more business than all of them, though. Like, he had a deal, so he was doing production and everything. So, you know what I'm saying? He was a little, you know what I'm saying? He had a little bit more going on than some of them.
Now, I'm going to ask you a personal question because, like, to me, and Smed probably thinking, fuck you, Smed, is I feel like I got enough dick for all these females I'm sitting here, like, filming. Did you ever had an inclination of thinking, like, yo, I could be fucking on them and filming in my goddamn self? How you ever feel like that? And
it'd be harder to be the boss if I was, you know, like Brian Pumper, he was doing that. You know what I'm saying? He was the business and he was the talent. And he's also run into a lot of problems, you know what I'm saying? Getting a lot of doors shut, you know what I'm saying? Like on the back end of shit. So it is what it was. I mean, you know, we just needed the talent, you know what I'm saying? And the talent was cool, you know. For that, I think, what, 6 years or something, that was it for real.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Because the real talent was the strip club. The real talent was giving that energy, like, you know, and I seen it when we was out in Vegas, when we was at the Avian, we was rocking. Like, we dominated. And it was just, I could just feel it. Like, this is it right here. Because everybody, like, we just dominated. Like, Playboy was right next to us. Like, my man was, his booth was $75,000 for that weekend. Playboy was playing at $150. The whole idea of the whole AVN is to get attention to your booth. So I take DJ Ron Hunter. I take DJ
Legendary.
Swift. You know what I'm saying?
Swift, too.
You know what I'm saying? And everybody else in the city out there, you know what I'm saying? And then we just do us, what we know what to do. He need attention. We just gonna turn up. Go ahead, Swift. Go ahead, Ron.
I remember when you went to Vegas. I don't know if I made shirts for you or something, but
yeah, you did.
I did something.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I can't
remember what it was.
Yeah. It was a lot because I mean, you was, you know, I mean, shit, the goals in my mouth you did. So
yeah.
that was what.
But that was
30 years.
And we got one in the and we got one in the
That
back.
about 26 years ago.
Yeah.
That part no.
It was like
When did
We got new goals on the way.
No.
We got new goals on the way.
When did the Super Bowl was in Atlanta?
Hey Siri, when was the Super Bowl in Atlanta?
I don't know, but the first one was like 99 though.
Yeah.
99.
Wrong. My bad.
Yeah. So
When was it?
Hey
2013?
Siri, when was the last Super Bowl played in Atlanta?
The Falcons lost in overtime to the Patriots.
2017. 2017.
No, it couldn't have been that. We was in the 90s.
Nah, this
You
was
gonna argue with Siri?
You had the blue building. That's when I got.
yeah.
So
on Third Street.
There was probably another Super Bowl
Yeah.
before this last one in Atlanta, and that's the one he talking about, not the latest one.
All right.
He said,
But he did his. I did Dollars Gold way back when I was across from Majestics on Third and Holloway. Yeah.
So, to encompass a bunch of this, when did it lead to you coming up with Industry Night?
paying attention to the pulse of the city, man, and what's going on. Like, sometimes I'll just ride around, you know what I'm saying, to see what's going on in the different bars, see the energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
What was that like?
I mean, it's cool. Everybody doing their thing. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You just got to get a little niche. Like, and for me, to even make it legitimate, I had to bring Candy Bars in because she, you know, she legitimate with the music. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we got a thing. You can't even get on stage unless you streaming, because when you streaming, then you took care of your business, what you needed to do. Now there's a place to send people to the music.
Right.
Ain't nobody got CDs no more. You know what I'm saying? So.
And I help them get streaming if they not streaming.
Yeah. So you know what I'm saying? And by doing Industry Night, we create an industry.
Right.
A platform.
So, it's one thing I want to ask about that is the whole fact of what's Pearson's like?
Who?
What's Pearson's like?
Pearson?
Yeah.
You was what? Because we were talking about Pearson.
I try to get y'all off guard.
Okay,
Y'all
say
talking
what?
about how Pearson's is weird for you.
He just threw me off. Talking about the nipple piercings or whatever you were talking about.
I don't have that. I'm not about that life. I don't have those.
Not down below. I'm talking about like regular piercings. Like y'all saying, like it's so hard to get it. Like
I mean, I've had nipple piercings before. That's what we were talking about. I mean,
well, what was that like?
painful.
What was that like?
Painful.
It shit hurt.
Like, they do one at a time. That shit, can you imagine getting a sensitive part of your body pierced?
Never.
Right. So, it's all about pain tolerance, tattoos, needles, whatever.
So you a dancer.
Mm.
What was it like going through your very first day of dancing? The very first day.
Honestly, I started at a bachelor party versus like going to Ohio Chiefs. It was interesting.
Explain it, like the whole thing. You was where? You was at home? Was you practicing the mirror? Like what happened?
Oh man, so I got ready like any other day.
How do you get ready? Like you can't fast forward past we got all day. This is a podcast, right?
Oh my God.
So what was getting ready? What was getting ready was like?
Okay, so I just moved here. So
Where you from?
Originally Youngstown, Ohio.
Okay.
Small town, 5 minutes to get from one side of town. Much like Dayton, nothing.
It takes us 15 minutes respectively.
Y'all might have a
Not
bigger
5
population.
minutes.
Bigger population. It's about
Okay.
6,500
Yeah, we
down
live.
there.
All right,
you know,
so
moved
So
here.
was you dancing up there?
No, not at all. I didn't live there last. I actually lived in Columbus. I came here because I have a sister here.
Shout to her. What's her name? Not?
No, we're gonna fast forward to the getting ready.
Oh, you follow with your peoples?
No.
All right, go ahead.
We're gonna fast forward to getting ready, and you know, it was her that brought me here to the money, though. You know, so shout out to her to bring me to some money to some genuine people.
Give us a shout out then.
Shout out to Jamise.
Shout out to Jamise.
Shout out to Jamise.
We love
Okay, she brought me. She put me in position. That's fine.
Y'all cute with the little gap and all that. Run your mouth, literally. Go ahead.
Thank you. And this is getting y'all a chance
No.
to know me too.
So you. Back to your story.
Okay, so yeah, getting ready. You know, she helping me pick out outfits on some like, I think this will look cute, or I think you should wear this. But see, I really was like, I'm not a dancer for real. Like I'm a dancer now, but before it was like, okay, you got the body for it, tryouts, might need some money occasionally. Like, I was strictly private parties because I already didn't know if that's something I wanted to do.
Right.
Just because, like, I'm a working girl for real. Like, I'm okay with a 9 to 5 or a hustle, you feel me? And right now, where I was at with it, I was like, okay, tired of my job, come down here, get faster bread. She say she got a connection. Dolla. Shout out Dolla. Happy birthday, Dolla.
Dolla, happy birthday,
And you know
Dolla.
what? Hey, but
Happy
you know
birthday,
what?
Dolla.
And listen,
You get paid.
and not to cut off, but that goes to show you, like, it's a platform. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all it is, and we spend a lot of time making that so it's right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Meaning everything that we do, real promotion. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been with
You here on a podcast.
You know what I'm saying? I've been
getting, like,
you know what I'm saying?
celebrated
You know what I'm
off
saying?
of his lifetime achievement. Like, literally on his birthday, you were on a podcast. We literally got, like, this is hollow ground, bro.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
him being celebrated. So yeah, like he didn't bring you here for no BS.
No, and see, he didn't bring me here. It was a mutual person, shout out to my sister, on knowing, like, and this is me trusting my sister that this is a legitimate person that knows his business, you feel me? Like, about his business, So, and it took a lot for me, but like I said, I didn't like my job. I'm sales and marketing, I don't do that. So
Absolutely.
come down here, see what it's hitting for, help my sister out in the process, but and getting introduced to him, getting ready for the night, it's nervous, it's like,
It's all good. Like,
I do want to shed some light on this industry night, because this is a nice situation.
night. It's dope.
Now,
dope.
How we break it down, and Candy has a lot to do with it as far as the format, of getting people's music played on the radio. We know that artists quit saying, can you get your shit played on the radio? They're not gonna, it's a corporate radio station. They're not gonna play it unless you're hitting 30, top 30 on 100 billboard.
Factual.
So quit asking the radio. They're not gonna do it. They're on a format. But there's another way, and that's through ads. So we buy the ads. We buy slots, like 30-second slots. So we give time to play the music so people hear it. It's the first time they're actually hearing it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's different when you hear it everywhere than playing it for somebody.
Yeah. Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So people get a chance, and then we send them to where it's at, streaming on all platforms.
Yes. Facts,
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Yeah. So, Smad, you got anything to give bro back? Observation.
I mean, shit, yeah, that's very cool. You know what I'm saying? And I just like how bro incorporate Candy to what he doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bosses recognize bosses. Bringing her on through.
Yeah, I fuck with Dolla. Like,
Yeah, man, real
the
shit.
wrong way. He be
It
good.
seems like it's a good fit.
A
You know
humble
what I
guy.
mean?
Nah, he the
Absolutely.
most humble dude ever.
Yeah,
People
he
don't
is.
know that. Like,
Right.
Very know that. He really didn't have to pull me into this, but I'm glad he did. So I'll just be trying to make sure I'm always impressive, as always, in everything that I do. You feel me?
And
So
she-
it'd be like, what up? What we need to do, and we get it done. That's that. Shout out to Dolla.
Yeah, it's very
Man,
business
shout out to Dolla, bro.
oriented.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Appreciate it,
dog.
man. Appreciate it.
Big dog.
One of the most legendary podcasts
Man.
we ever had, bro. Like you've been the most transparent guest we've ever had because you talk about a lot of things that most people will like neglect, and you face it head on, bro. Like, and everybody here are saying the same thing. Like, they probably learned about you today, right?
Yeah, for sure.
That's so dope because I promise you, it's certain things when it comes to like something about dating is we have this thing where we don't really like mess with people unless we know who they are.
We know what we need to
Right,
know.
right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you think because you already done gained a garnishing of like respect and love, that's all you gonna get. I promise you, from this podcast, you're gonna receive more love because people literally love the fact that they know who you are now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's cool.
Smad, bro. Let's pay some bills real quick and then we get the out of here,
you know
man.
what? Shit, Dolla, won't you go ahead and take us out? Cause, man, it's your birthday, bro. What you got to
Yeah.
say, man?
What I got to say,
Run your mouth right now, right here.
tomorrow we at Ohio Chiefs, 1124 Leo Street,
I'll be there.
and we going all the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's that.
Yeah.
I'm only buying 1,001. That's it. I ain't buying no. Do not convince me to go back to strip. Do not convince me to
Don't
go
come
back.
by me
Don't
then,
come
because
by
I'm
me,
not
I'm
coming
gonna
in
help
here.
you
Do not make me go back to the one counter. I'm throwing 1,001. That's it.
Man,
And
Dollar
I'll
Bill
be your
tomorrow, Saturday night, your birthday at the
That's it.
strip club. That's gonna go crazy.
Yeah, it's
I'm
going
there.
down. You know, the radio is
I'm
really
there.
been showing love all week.
I ain't spend $1,001.
You saying we dropping the numbers though on the radio though. We letting them know 25 years in the game, 17 years consistently on the radio doing ads. You know, feel me? So
Man, that's what's up, bro.
Shout out to Kiara.
I hear you on the radio.
Kiara.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bottles, you know what I'm saying? We in here, man. Like, this
Yeah.
is so much love
Kiara
in the
Wine.
building, man.
Kiara Wine,
Kiara
Michael
Wine.
Wright, Agnes.
Kiara Wine in the building. He know I fucks with the Kiara.
Shout out to
Man.
the big project, man.
Kiara.
No doubt,
Man, we gotta talk about the breakfast and all that.
The breakfast is at Sheik's. Man, they got the best breakfast in the city, bro.
shout out to Ron C.
Ron C, my bro Shorty, and my bro North at Agnes
Short
All
dog.
Natural Grill. Man, I'm gonna give a shout out to my other bro, man, Meech at 111 Flavor House, man.
Yeah.
They got some very
Great.
good food down there.
Absolutely.
It's real polished, real player. If you want to, it's 111 Flavor House right downtown on First Street, in the 111 building, right there in the Big Boy building.
I know that building. you're talking about.
I had a turkey burger down there. It was real good. My woman had chicken Alfredo, but they got a really nice menu. It's damn
Is it
near
an
up.
Italian?
Huh?
Is it?
It's black owned.
Okay.
Yeah, no. These is black owned. This is my bro DJ Meech. And Joey Williams, by the way, man. Shout out to both of them.
And before we get up out of here, shout out to Marcy Rock. She's down in
Marcy
Rock's in Louisiana.
I ain't want to bring it in.
You know what I'm saying? Down in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? That's a shot.
Shout out to Marcy.
Shout
Out to Marcy, man.
Working for
What's
FEMA.
up with it, Queen?
Bro,
All right. Hey, man,
You
much
are
love, Dollar
legendary,
Bill.
bro.
Is going up
You
tomorrow on your
legendary,
birthday. Dollar, one more time. Tell us where the party is tomorrow.
Ohio Chief, 1124 Leo Street. We're going to be in the building tomorrow. It's about to go up.
Man.
Shout out
Man.
to Trap House Candles. Don't leave that out.
Trap House
Trap
Candles.
House
I'm in the
Candles,
building
man.
tomorrow.
Like
my
and
nigga.
subscribe to
Come on through.
the channel.
I'm
Ring the
throwing
bell
$1.
notification.
DeMarco. Gonna be in the
DeMarco said
building.
he was gonna pull up on us, but he didn't get a chance to make it through.
you dancing?
Shout out to Bars and Beyond, bro.
Yep.
Watch his podcast and tune in and see what he talking about, man. Shout out to my bro Peso. New T-shirt King commercial coming out real soon, bro.
Yes.
Debuting on the Lakers and Golden State Warriors game, so make sure y'all watch TNT that night, bro. And we up through here, man. Peace and love. Love everybody. Look, I just made all these shirts for Michael Wright. TL Show. What we got, bro?
Hey man, what's up?
Yo, what you got, bro?
Man, we got, listen, man. We got these shirts, man. Look at the greenness.
Hold on, pull one out, bro. Pull one out.
Quality shirts.
Yeah.